and Dopey.
Two guys that hate each other.
Just shut your mouth.
I hate them.
Shut up.
Don't be unkind.
Shut up, bitch.
Oh, very nice.
Shut the fuck up.
You're a fine bunch of bullies, aren't you?
I'm Opie. I could give a fuck. I'm Jim Norton, and I'm on the radio. Shut up.
The Opie and Anthony Show. It's all about fun, fun, fun.
I'd love to spit in your face.
I will fucking kill you.
Shut up, stupid.
I'm just a zilch and I know it.
Who cares? We're trying to do a fucking radio. I know what we're trying to do. I'm sitting here across from you. I understand that.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
Despicable asshats.
And these dummies that work for us. You guys stink.
Ben looks like a tall baby.
Always laughing in the wrong places. Ben, where's the coffee?
E-Rock.
Hopefully he's going through a car wash with his mouth open.
And there's Steve.
Steve is a piece of garbage.
And you stink.
You are cordially invited to a robbery rape.
This is family entertainment. This show is a disaster.
Opie and Anthony Show.
If you have any poo, fling it now.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
What's coming up tonight on The Apprentice?
Well, tonight we're doing something. We're going to come up with a singer. The teams are each choosing a singer, and then they're going on to XM Satellite Radio. And it's really a big thing for XM Satellite Radio. They're going on to The Apprentice, and probably we'll get many, many subscribers from it. It's been, if history is any indication, because, as an example, everybody, whether it's Procter & Gamble or General Motors doing a car, they launched a car for Pontiac. And they sold 7,200 cars in 42 minutes. I mean, it was crazy. The only problem is they couldn't make that many. These are minor details.
Two of our favorite guys are on XM Radio, Opie and Anthony. So,
well, that's correct.
Maybe it'll help them.
So they do a big thing for XM Radio tonight, and it's really an interesting show, and it's a really good boardroom at the end. So we're happy with it, and the show's been doing great.
And with that, we start the Opie and Anthony program. Great. Good morning. That was Imus about 15 minutes ago giving us another plug on MSNBC and on his radio show that's syndicated across America. He had the Trump man on, Donald Trump. It's a very big day for XM. Huge day for XM.
For XM, for ELO, of course. Big day.
Big day. XM's going to be featured on The Apprentice tonight. And we got ELO on the phone. ELO!
Morning, boys. How we doing?
Here he is. Bro. We're getting ready for our big interview with Donald Trump. It's just minutes away.
I think you got to be nice to him, because doesn't he have the power to throw you off the city or sell your building or something?
Well, I'm renting, so I'll just rent something else.
Yeah, you got to kind of be cordial to him, or I don't know.
Yeah, he was
get
very
in some
cool.
kind of trouble.
We don't have to be nice anymore to him, because the show runs tonight.
The show does run tonight, but it'd be nice. It'd be advisable.
Advisable. He's advising you.
Hey, Elo, there's a quote in the New York papers today, really fast, because then we got to get to Donald Trump.
Yep.
Obviously, XM being on The Apprentice tonight, it's getting press all over the place. It's a big deal for XM. It's a huge day for us. Anyway, I guess it was the Daily News. Donald Trump commands his apprentices to make someone a music star tonight. The winning team singer gets played on XM Satellite Radio, which we hear paid millions to be trumpeted by Trump. Rivals at Sirius sniff that the Apprentice deal shows how scared XM is of Howard Stern's approaching show. Replies, an XM rep, we have 6 million subscribers. They have 2 million. We are not worried.
Yeah, there's that old saying of, when you lose the game, you complain about, he wasn't in the end zone, or the ref made a bad call, but, he who has the most points at the end of the game wins.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it sounds like to me.
All right.
Yeah, look, the fact of the matter is it's a great opportunity. The Apprentice team is great. Donald was terrific. They approached with a terrific idea that showcases what XM's all about with its music programming. And I just think America really is... Well, you guys can tell me. I don't think America's ready for Lee Abrams. That's really the real issue here.
Oh, is that it? Is Lee on the show tonight?
Lee's on the show, and I think that, for the first time in the history of The Apprentice, somebody on the Lee's hair Lee's hair may steal the show.
I can't wait to watch this. It's gonna be great.
God,
you know what's so funny was we taped this thing a while back, and we keep thinking that it's starting to come back to me like I was in like a Vietnam vet, like flashbacks, because we had to sign all these forms that nobody can know we taped it, and now it's all starting to come back like in piecemeal. I can't remember half of it, to be honest with you.
And you're featured on the show too?
Yeah, the way it's set up is that there's a team of executives, and it's me, Lee Abrams, and Lisa, who's from the city. And we, talk to them about the company. They start working on their music. Then they pitch us the music. And then at the end of the show, which is called, this is an inside term, you ready? It's called Resolution.
Yes.
At Resolution, I tell Donald what team won and why, and then he makes some comments, and someone goes for a reward, and the other people go to the boardroom, and that's all I know. I don't know who gets fired. I don't know anything else. We know up to the point what team wins.
More importantly, does this show feature the old haircut or the new haircut?
Ooh. That's a great question, Opie.
Thank you. That's why you hired us.
It's the hard-hitting question. It is a new do. It is a new do.
New do, and...
See, I knew something was up when Elo got his brand new hairdo. I was like, all right, what's going on?
Going on TV.
And now it's all coming together is because he had a big spot on NBC.
You know what's great, what you won't have to worry about, Elo, is people TiVoing the show and then pulling stills off of it and photoshopping you on various message boards, including Whackbag.
That's not going to happen. I mean,
no, they won't do that.
No, I would check Whackbag first thing tomorrow morning.
Or just taking the actual footage, because this is what they're doing now, and actually adding it in things to the movie, so it's an animated little segment of you perhaps moving in a direction, and instead of maybe holding something up or moving your hands innocently, there'll be something in your hand going into your face.
There'll be something vile in my hand, right?
Of course.
Of course there will.
They're wonderful at doing those things. Very talented people out there.
Like a pencil.
I would be remiss.
It could be a pencil.
It could be a missile.
One of my favorites they've done so far is they have Adolf Hitler behind his podium giving a speech, and you know how very passionate he was in using his hands all the time?
Yeah.
Someone actually put in a watermelon in the clip, and he's picking up a wedge of watermelon and putting it up to his mouth. It looks great.
I saw it, yeah.
It's really funny.
Well, that's all on whackbag.com for the new listeners, WACKbag.com.
The Photoshop.
All right, I think Donald Trump's ready to go, Elo. So
all right, guys, call me back. See you later. Good luck.
You didn't even give us a pep talk or anything.
No, please, don't hang up on Donald. Hang up on me, but not him, please.
No, just go away.
Goodbye.
He's got the utmost confidence in us.
Of course.
The Don.
Yeah.
Donald Trump.
Good morning.
There he is.
How are you, sir?
That's the
How
familiar
are you, fellas?
voice.
You know, I just did Imus's show.
Yeah.
And, I told him about the XM satellite and everything else. He said, Opie and Anthony are on that show. That's great. They're on XM. Now, I don't know, is he a friend of yours or something?
Yeah, big fan of the program.
Well, you should call him. He's a great guy. He's like a great guy. You should call him and thank him. I mean, it was really nice. It was like I told him about the XM satellite thing tonight. He was talking about The Apprentice and how well it's doing. And I told him, he said, what's on tonight? And I told him about XM satellite. He said, Opie and Anthony are on that show. That's great. They're friends of me. So you might call him later and just say, hey, that was very nice.
He's very obsessed by us. I met him about a year ago at a book signing, and now we're like best friends.
He treats Opie like his son, like a long-lost son or something.
He's convinced that I'm his son.
He does great. He does a great show, and
I love the Iron Man.
He's got every politician and everybody in America listening to that show. He's really, if you talk about a good demographic, he's really done a good job. But I thought it was very nice, and little did he know that I was going to be speaking to you next, right?
And just moments later, here you are on our very program, probably one of the biggest stars we've had on the show.
Yeah, I got to tell you, it's quite an honor to have Donald Trump on the show today.
The Donald.
We usually get, D-list celebrities. We're still trying to make this whole thing work.
We're like, Peter Brady. Right. That's the prime example. Peter Brady.
Not Tom Brady. Tom Brady.
No, not Tom Brady. That would have been nice. We got Peter Brady, but now we have Donald Trump. So it's very exciting. We're very psyched about tonight's show. You guys featuring XM Satellite Radio. How was it working with XM?
Well, it was great, and the executives were really terrific. And I saw something. I mean, that's really where it's going. It's amazing. And you know, I learned something from doing the show about satellite radio and XM in particular. I was very, very impressed with your people, and I think the show is going to be amazing tonight. You know, it's I have seen the show. I just saw it last night, and I get them a little earlier than other people. And it's a terrific show, and it really highlights how good a job you guys are doing. Interestingly, you know, everybody that's gone on The Apprentice, every single sponsor has made a fortune, and it's been successful. You know, Procter & Gamble, which to me is maybe one of the greatest marketing companies ever, maybe the best. And they launched a toothpaste called Crest Vanilla Mint. They came out the following week with an announcement. It was the biggest launch, the most successful launch in the history of Procter & Gamble.
And your show
Motors, yeah, it's amazing. General Motors launched a car, the Solstice, a Pontiac Solstice, and they sold 7,400 cars in 42 minutes. And you know, it was.
I bet they can't make enough of those cars to keep up with those orders.
Well, they actually couldn't. I mean, it took a while.
I just guessed that.
You know, it was amazing.
Put a little
they never had
vanilla mint toothpaste in the glove box.
And I have a feeling that and again, you know, we worked with some of your executives who were great guys.
Yeah.
And his hair was just fine, okay?
Oh, Lee Abrams?
No, Lee was great.
No, well, Lee has the wild hair. Eric Logan, our big boss, he had a very strange haircut. He usually walks around with a boy's haircut, like a you know, one of those bowl cuts. But
to me, they were very handsome men. Okay, they were very handsome. But you know, men have never been my thing. So what do I know?
No, of course not. Hot, young, supple women
from Czechoslovakia.
It has definitely not been my. But I think you're going to have a great success tonight. I really do.
Hey, what time do you usually get up? Like, what's your schedule like? I bet it's pretty insane. Like, I bitch all the time, but
I get up early. I read newspapers very early, like at 5 in the morning or so. Probably no different than you guys. But
you're the type of guy that could sleep in, though.
Yeah,
isn't he?
Why don't you just sleep in?
Don't disturb me till 10.
Well, you know what? I could do that, but I'd be very bored.
Yeah,
that'd be pretty boring. And you know, I sort of enjoy what I'm doing in life, and
that's why Donald's
that wouldn't
where
be
he
much
is.
fun.
Yeah, gotta buy a skyscraper before noon.
Yeah, what motivates you at this point in your career? Because obviously you could just you know, walk away and just never work again.
Well, I've had a lot of fun, and then on top of it all, you know, I've become the biggest developer in New York, and now I'm building a huge building in Chicago at the Sun Times site, and a big job in Los Angeles and Miami and lots of different places, and I'm having a lot of fun. And then all of a sudden, I do The Apprentice, and it became such a big hit, and continues to be this big monster hit, and I'm having really a lot of fun with it. I mean, I would have never thought that I was going to be a television guy.
Yeah.
And, you know, in the history of business, it's never happened. In the history of television or movies, it's never happened where a businessman goes on to primetime television and, you know, becomes such a success. And, you know, it's sort of interesting where 14 groups have copied. You had Mark Cuban copy. You had, you know, Branson copy. Yep. You had Tommy Hilfiger. You had so many different copies of The Apprentice, and they all failed. Well, I refuse to say that. But,
yes, of course.
But well, you know, Martha is a good friend of mine, and she's terrific. But you know, it didn't take like NBC had hoped that it would take.
Nah, the show was a disaster. You got to be honest, man. It's nothing like the Apprentice.
Yeah, well, and initially I think, you know, there was some confusion in the market, and it probably hurt us initially. Now we're doing fantastic again, but it probably, you know, there was a lot of confusion. I was getting letters saying, like, is your show on? Because so much money was spent on promoting the Martha show. And I think NBC felt because of the tremendous ratings that we've always gotten, you didn't have to promote it, you didn't have to do anything. And, you know, it led to really confusion. Yeah. And anyway, but the confusion's over, and we're getting great ratings, and the show is really doing well. And as you probably can surmise, I'm sure NBC will be coming to me and saying, we have to keep this going. And
you'll be very happy with that. I love how you handle those people in the boardroom, man. You just beat them up nice and then fire somebody. and then we get the person that was fired on the show the next day, and they're all convinced that they have made an impression on you. And I'm like, Donald doesn't even remember your name. By the time you hit that elevator, he has forgotten about you. But one after another, they come on the show thinking that they made a real impression on you. I'm like, no way. There's no way.
Some of them are, really terrific.
Well,
did you interview the four when the four were fired? Did you interview the four?
No, I think we were on vacation or something. We missed that one. Well, we had Marcus on, who was great. We had a lot of fun with him. He's claiming all sorts of things that.
Oh yeah, Marcus.
You made him look bad with the editing and all that.
Yeah. No, I know Marcus because Marcus is, somebody that did make an impression on me.
Yeah.
And I thought the editing was very accurate, actually. But what are you going to do?
And I want to thank you for giving us Omarosa. Ugh.
She's everywhere.
Well, she was an amazing character. I mean, somebody said, was she that bad or was that for television? I said, honestly, in real life, she's even worse. And she was unbelievable, but I love her. She was great television, and she's done very well. And, many of the people that have gone on The Apprentice have gone on to, just bigger and not bigger and better things than The Apprentice, but they've gone into bigger and better things than what they've done.
But someone has to tell her that her 15 minutes of fame is up.
Well, yeah, but she's on a lot of different things. I mean, she plays the villain probably better than anybody I've ever seen. Yeah. And I think she's doing very well. She's terrific, as far as I'm concerned.
Doing the reality show circuit.
Well, she was on The Surreal Life, and, I hated her. So.
No, but how good was she on Surreal Life? I mean, she was tremendous. Yeah, you hated her,
but what was the competition?
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, that's her role.
I mean, who could have been that evil? She broke down that Angie, whatever her name is, Dickinson. I mean, it was like... The woman, legitimately, the woman wanted to jump out the window. She freaked out.
Well,
Omarosa. Look, Omarosa's terrific as far as I'm concerned.
Well, Angie's a little unstable, though, Donald.
I would say slightly.
I think
this is not the woman you want to bring home to Mom. Right?
Yeah, I think a Cub Scout could have frazzled her.
Boy, did she get frazzled. I wonder, how do people behave like that on television? You really wonder, how does a thing like that happen where you become so frazzled and cameras are rolling, you're going to look like a jerk, and you just say, why don't you just shut up?
I don't think she cares. Yeah.
Hey, Donald. Donald, you ever fire somebody, like, not even for business reasons on that show? They just come in there, and when they're sitting in front of you and you're trying to make the decision who you're going to fire, somebody ever just go in there and just irritate you for no particular reason and you got rid of them? Or is it always like a business thing?
There have been some that were just irritating, and the answer is you get rid of them because, you're not going to be irritated in business. I mean, you can't be irritated in business. And, one of the reasons the show has been so successful is I've stayed very true to business. I haven't, people ask, are you doing this for entertainment or are you doing it for... Now, obviously there's entertainment, and you try and pick the right people and all of that, but in the end, I've always been loyal to business. In other words, if somebody is not the right person, even though, as an example, Omarosa, I could have kept Omarosa for 2 more episodes, and it would have been good, probably for the show, although the ratings were so through the roof, it didn't matter really, I guess. But I could have kept her a little bit longer, and I didn't. And I did what was the right thing, because, it was just her time, and I did what was the right thing.
Nah, you're correct, because I thought you guys would keep Marcus a little longer, because he made for some great TV,
Oh, was that angry?
Well, I could have kept Marcus longer.
Oh, he was great.
But I don't know that Marcus, I wouldn't put Marcus in the Omarosa League in terms of, television and television quality. But, Marcus really irritated a lot of people.
Yeah. Hey,
including me.
I want to ask you a little something about the World Trade Center site. You came out with a great idea for it. The public really went for it. I think it's what a lot of people want back at the site. And then it drops off the face of the earth. We don't hear anything else about it.
Well, Governor Pataki decided that he was going to build a very average building. I mean, I just don't get it. I really don't get it.
No one does.
He's a nice guy. He's a friend of mine. And his polls are way down. And, I actually said to somebody in his administration, my idea was to rebuild the World Trade Center.
There you go.
Exactly.
And who doesn't want to see that?
Exactly.
I mean, is he being influenced by...
Crazy? They are building the worst-looking pile of crap. But my idea was to, although I do like the Transportation Center, my idea was to rebuild the World Trade Center exactly as it was, 1 story taller and a stronger building. And just, obviously a stronger building that doesn't come down, right? Yep. And it was a great idea, and it wasn't only my idea, it was the idea of other people also that I worked with that were terrific people and really dedicated people.
And very popular. Like, people loved it. It was
totally. It was a no-brainer.
Yep.
Exactly the way to go.
Outside of the Woolman Rink, which I did years ago, I don't think I've ever done anything that was more popular than this. People were going crazy.
But
the mail was 100 to 1.
The people that are actually in charge of this have such harebrained ideas about what they want there, and they seem to be the ones that are getting all the influence.
Well, not only that, they're listening to everybody. They're afraid to make a decision. They've got every group coming in. You know, people that were never even at the World Trade Center are telling them what they want, and they're all afraid. They're afraid of every single group. You know, now there's like 57 groups that have been formed for the rebuilding of the World Trade Center. And you know, the building that they have, first of all, the building that they had was horrible. These were two, you know, the buildings that were all twisted and turned.
Oh, yeah.
Did you ever see steel? Did you ever see steel when it's under fire? It twists and turns. Well, that's what they did. And then they had the skeleton on top. So they had a twisted Hulk with a skeleton on the top, just what the World Trade Center wanted. Okay, they got rid of that. And now they're building a building which is better. But it's a very average building. It's just an average building. Not good. Not horrible, but not a good building. And the base is like 10 stories of solid granite, nothing. I mean, it's just like a big, solid, massive granite.
No windows, no nothing.
Yeah, they say they need that for security, but, you know, I might say, well, what about every other building in New York? We're going to do that to every building?
Yeah,
you know,
let's make it all look like prisons.
Right. At what point do you say, okay, folks, we have a life to lead, and let's get the thing done? You know, at what point is, hey, security is all wonderful, but every building surrounding it has windows on the first floor. I mean, give me a break. So they built this ugly monstrosity that's better than the total monstrosity they had before. That was one of the worst architectural statements I've ever seen.
Yeah,
and all I said is that if they would take that site and on that site rebuild the World Trade Center exactly as it was, but taller and stronger, Pataki could run for office and be the most popular guy in town. I don't understand. And I was getting letters 100 to 1. Not 100 to 1, 100 to nothing. Everybody loved this idea, and they didn't grasp it.
That's what everybody wants.
Instead they're trying to force this ugly thing down at that site.
So how long do you think? How long do you think we're going to just have a hole in the ground there? How many more years?
Well, I think that Bloomberg, who's doing a really good job, and he's a great mayor, I think he's going to start getting involved. And again, I like Pataki very much. He's a friend of mine. I just don't understand why he's so set on this particular thing. It just doesn't make sense to me at all. Doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to anybody. Everybody, you're not the only one. I mean, anybody I speak to, they bring up the World Trade Center. By the way, I loved your idea of rebuilding the World Trade Center as it was, but 1 story taller. You know, 1 story taller is the proverbial you-know-what to the enemy.
Right.
You know, it's like, hey, folks.
You could say it's satellite, foot up the ass.
Yeah, well, you know, if I actually, you're right, I could say it.
The old
satellite.
fuck you.
I still won't because I'm still ingrained into the old system, right? But you know what that is. And 1 story taller, it would be so great. Make it 10 stories taller, but 1 story taller, and the building should be almost identical on the exterior, except clean up the floors. You know, the World Trade Center had floors, so clean up the floors. And it would be so popular.
That's a no-brainer. It's an absolute no-brainer. Well, I hear we're running out of time here. You're gonna be a new father again in the near future.
I am.
Do you actually change diapers?
No, I don't do that.
He's not good. Not one, right?
No, I don't do it. It's not my thing. You know what? I'm a good father, but that's not my thing. And Melania is going to be a great mother.
Yeah, but it's no one's thing.
No, but some women, well, to a large extent, it's up to the women. There are a lot of women out there that, you know, demand that the husband act like the wife.
Yeah.
And, you know, there are a lot of husbands that listen to that. So, you know, they go for it. But
do you hire one person to be the diaper changer, or?
No, Melania really is going to be fantastic. Right. She's going to be a fantastic mother. And by the way, if I had a different type of wife, I probably wouldn't have a baby, you know, because that's just not my thing. I'm really like a great father, but certain things you do and certain things you don't. It's just not for me.
Yeah.
But anyway, and I will tell you this: your show tonight, and I know you have a lot of listeners, and I know they're going to be watching, but your show tonight is fantastic, and the boardroom is really tough.
Yeah, we can't wait.
So you'll like it.
XM featured on The Apprentice tonight. We want to thank Donald Trump for spending some time with us today. We greatly appreciate it. We'll all be watching.
And you should call Don Imus and just say hello to him, because that was very nice.
He's been plugging our show like crazy, and I called him last week.
No, he obviously likes your show, because as soon as I mentioned XM was on, you know, because I said XM Satellites on the, because he said, what's on tonight?
Yeah.
As soon as I mentioned that, he talked about you guys, and I thought it was very nice, so you should give him a call.
He wants to just make sure I'm not his son.
Yeah, he's trying to figure it out. Paternity thing. I don't know.
That wouldn't be so bad.
I think they're both going to be on a future episode of Maury to find out if he's actually the father.
All right, Donald Trump, thank you so much, sir.
Well, good luck and enjoy the show tonight. I think you're going to love it.
Great, thank you.
Have a good time.
All right, Donald Trump, everyone.
Look at that.
That was pretty cool.
The Donald, as they say. The Donald.
All right.
I don't change diapers. I'm not into that. That's hilarious.
I'm not into that.
I thought he was going to, like, kind of, skirt the...
Try to go, like, yeah, well, no, I do, if I need be, or somebody just goes,
I think it's important for the child's development.
That a father be there to change the diaper. No.
What if his wife's in the middle of a shopping spree and
she's not changing them either.
No.
Yeah, you don't think
There's
so?
a nanny and all kinds of stuff. Forget about it. I didn't know they were expecting.
I like your analogy, too. Too many hands in the soup.
In the soup. Well,
what the fuck was that?
I used another one earlier, if you didn't notice. I was trying to throw in as many of those, like, Trump-like speech things as I could. Not like the honest goodness,
okay. Too many spoons in the soup, maybe?
Too many hairs on the twat. I'm not going to use that one. All
right, let's get Eric Logan back on the phone. I want to see...
how we did?
Yeah, it's a big day for XM.
Critique our performance and maybe fire us if we didn't do good.
I think you guys were even nicer to him than you were to that whore who came in here the other day.
We were very nice to the Donald.
Oh, the FHM girl?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That was a lot of fun, wasn't it?
Riveting.
It was absolutely riveting. Yeah, let's get Elo on because it's a big day for XM.
That's every time he has a kid, it's just it's like a lottery ticket being put out there for somebody. In 18, 20 years, 21 years. Somebody then wins the lottery by marrying into that family.
Right. We got Eric Logan on the line here.
Oh!
Elo.
Hey, buddy.
What do you think of our interview with Donald Trump?
I thought it was terrific.
You're an asshole. All the trouble of getting him on the phone again. Oh, I did not.
He fell for it.
You get me every time because I completely didn't expect it.
He probably still talked for another 5 seconds.
He's talking.
I thought it was terrific. I thought you were telling him hello.
Great. And the show tonight is going to be a real good, like he wanted to.
We don't care what you think.
You are a scumbag.
We were talking recently, and he said he's on to me. I'm like, oh, you are? You're just going to make me work harder.
Well, that did it because you completely got me on that one. I didn't see it coming. You got 3 words out.
I thought it was terrific. So now we know it was terrific, and we still get to smash the boss. Oh, man, that makes me happy every time we do it. That never gets old. Do we have the news clip of the guys fighting over Donald Trump's wife's name? Oh, Derek has it?
Love that one.
Yeah, why don't we play this going into break? Local news station down here did a story on Donald Trump and his wife, and I couldn't pronounce her name, and I'm not going to attempt to pronounce her name.
No.
It's almost impossible to pronounce her name.
The weather guy started ragging the anchor guy.
Right.
For the fact that he couldn't pronounce the name right, and the anchor guy got pissed at the weather guy, and it was very tense.
Oh, yeah. Another fat suit story?
Stop it.
They're doing another fat suit. This is different than the other two?
Just out of curiosity. Just out of curiosity, who didn't know that if you look like that, your life is a little more difficult than if you're a supermodel?
Yeah, they're not really breaking any new ground here.
Yeah, I had no idea.
And they all look like fat suits.
This is the third fat suit thing?
Get the audio of the fat suit on the Today Show. We got it?
It hasn't run yet.
All right. Nathaniel's keeping an eye on that. He'll bring it in when it's done. But Tyra Banks started with the fat suit special. Then the chick from E.T. did it the last 2 nights.
There's a big drop-off there, right? You go from somebody you know.
Yeah.
Tyra Banks to there's this chick.
Oh, you know whose chick this is?
Who is?
Derek Jeters, who's on the front page of the New York Post. We'll get into that after the break as well.
Wait, that's who?
I think that's the chick that was in the fat suit.
In the fat suit?
Someone might have to help me with that one.
Well, how about
But as
that?
we go to break, here's the weather guy and the sports guy having a little problem because one mispronounced Donald Trump's wife's name. Hit it.
Have you seen this? This is the new dress. There's something old, something new, and something that costs about $100,000. Here's a look at the wedding dress made for supermodel Melania Nels, the former or the future Miss.
Wait, go over that name again, Steve. What was that?
You know what? Why don't you do it, Bill?
No, I'm not the anchor, Steve.
Melania, right?
Why don't you go over it? Why don't you do it?
I'm not the anchor.
Well, you know what? Then So I'll pipe down over there during the VO, wouldn't you?
What then, Steve?
Go ahead, do it, Bill.
It has 300 feet of satin.
If you're not the anchor, then don't interrupt me.
I wanted to know what
if
you
you're
said.
not the anchor, then
Go,
don't.
baby, go. Go.
The gown was designed by John Galliano for Christian Dior. And the bride plans another dress of Vera Wang design after the couple's first dance. The wedding is set for Saturday. Why don't you give it a shot there, Bill?
Hey, I'm just representing the audience. I heard enough. And I'm just saying.
My bad. I'm sorry, Bill.
I'm not looking for an apology, Steve.
I know,
I'm just saying,
sorry.
would you like to take another shot?
No, I wouldn't.
I can't take a shot at it. That's why I do the weather. I don't read that stuff.
Right.
It is so cold
It is cold
outside.
out. It's cold in here, too.
Take a shot at the weather if you want. I don't. It don't matter.
I'm good with that.
Hey, dude, I get paid either way. The weather to start the day, and it will be a day where it will be a cold day. It's
like sands through the hourglass. So is the Owen virus.
I miss my one ex because we're actually one ex-girlfriend I'm really good friends with still.
For the new audience, you got to explain your first date with her because that's a classic story. Man.
It's actually kind of sweet. We We met on the Opie and Anthony show. People know it doesn't matter. I was driving my car and Opie and Anthony had a girl in the studio that kind of liked being slapped during sex.
Okay.
Remember you guys called out on the air and said, Jim, if you're listening, call in. This is before I was like a daily regular, and I called in and went into the studio and met her, and she was hot, and I slapped her a few times on the air, and we all laughed. And then she and I went, I said, come on, let's go down to the Comedy Cellar tonight. Oh. So this is a first date? Sure. Kind of like a first date. So we go down to the Comedy Cellar, and we're upstairs in the Olive Tree, and she's like, can I borrow $20? All right. I'm like, I wonder what she needs that for, but I used to partake in certain activities, and I'm like, I think I know what she needs that for, and I probably won't be seeing her again for the rest of the evening. But I'm a good sport, so I said, here's 20, and she comes back about an hour later. I'm like, I couldn't believe she even came back. I'm like, what happened? And she's like, well, I tried to buy Coke in Washington Square Park, but the guy held a knife to my throat and took the money. So I think she had a water and a chicken kebab, and then I dropped her off, and we had oral sex in the car, and I dated her for 9 months after that.
She tried to buy Coke.
You know how it is on a first date?
Yeah.
You'll go out to score Coke from a Negro in Washington Square Park, and he holds a knife to your throat and takes the money, then you come back.
I love that.
Come back, you silly goose. Isn't that a great first date?
Wow.
Yeah.
But what a lunatic.
Oh, she's nuts.
And then Jimmy...
but she's funny. She's like really a funny person. Dude, she's great.
She's a lot of fun. She really is a lot of fun. But then you realize she had a problem.
Yeah, 5 minutes after she walked back and said, I tried to buy Coke.
Well, no. Well, when she was getting up in the middle of the night and going to the bathroom with her pocketbook.
Oh, yeah, we had to go to a wedding. We had to go to a wedding one day, and at 3 in the morning, she's running, this is when I lived in Jersey, she's running into my bathroom with her purse. I'm like, do you understand that I'm in recovery? You think I don't know what you're doing in there?
What are you doing?
She's like, no, I'm just going to the bathroom. I'm like, no, you're not. You're like a chatty Cathy doll. It's 3:30 a.m. You're grinding your teeth, and you're running into the toilet with your purse. This is not Port Authority we're sleeping at. You can leave the pocketbook.
Opie and Anthony, the virus is spreading.
You're checking out the Opie and Anthony program on XM Satellite Radio. A lot of energy today because we're going to be featured on The Apprentice tonight.
How about that?
Not us personally, but
XM Satellite Radio.
Yeah, the fine company we work for. The leader in satellite radio, by far.
That's right.
By far.
Absolutely.
Let's go to Mike in New Orleans. Mike, what's going on today?
Well, too many hands in the soup. Did Anthony learn that from that whole chef of his?
See, they know Anthony.
That's right.
That's too many hands.
Everyone's on to you and
Too many hands in your crotch.
You assholes.
See what you started, Bill?
It's such a no-brainer.
Yeah, it was very obvious. I can't believe I didn't see the signs myself. Let's go to DJ in Los Angeles. DJ.
Anthony, you're letting me down, buddy. I need your edge back, man. Time to bring that bitch ex-wife of yours back so you can get angry again.
What do you mean angry?
Come on. You're letting Opie go on and on about the F and I man, dude. Please, it makes me sick, man. The guy's older than Jesus Christ.
Who doesn't love the I-Man?
Come on. Yeah, if you're 55 to death, you love him, you know.
The I-Man is a very good, big fan of this program and plugs us on his show.
And this is why it's a good partnership to have. He hits the older demos, we hit the younger demos. Everyone's happy.
And I've never been the crazy guy.
But still, I could always count on you for getting in there. Maybe after the Donald gets off, then you talk about how hot and sweet his daughter is. That hanging roast beef's got to taste nice. Come on.
I actually wanted to bring up that model daughter of his.
I know, but that Eho, you know, he stands around, he lingers, he waits for you to say bad things, so I can understand it. But don't bring him on either. I'm tired of Eho, too, dude. Don't kiss his ass no more either, man.
I don't think don't kiss our boss's ass. Yeah, I think that was really kissing his ass, letting him get 3 words in, and then hanging up on him.
Actually, you know what, if you could wake him up, that's good, too.
Yeah, you know, I don't know, man. We have our edge still. We need a friend in radio, and Imus is a good friend to have.
All right, I'll tell you, I'll give that to you, but we need it back. Don't make me call the ex-wife back. Come on, Ed, because remember how angry she made you.
Believe me, dude, I was done with the wife when I was still at NEW, so.
And I applaud it. And by the way,
there's and we all still have a lot of anger in us, sir. Don't
worry about it. You should have seen me in the limo.
That's right.
Every day on DirecTV, actually I could say every motherfucker out there, best tune in, man. Bring it.
Well, here's the deal, DJ. I just want to bring up your point because it's interesting that you're saying this today. We've figured out very recently that we got to be nice to some people. We have to.
Just some people.
Some people.
Very few, even.
In the past, Anthony and I were assholes to every single person that called the show or came in, basically, except for the friends of the show, which was a very small circle.
And it's taken us a year to get anybody on this show.
And then we're sitting around going, why aren't we getting guests? We got a horrendous reputation out there. And so we figured, okay, we got to start being nice to some of these people. We still have the anger when it's needed, when someone is really pissing us off. We would go after people that would have been great friends of the show and probably would have gave us great radio. But Ant and I felt like, fuck this person. And they didn't do anything to us, and we just killed them. It made for like 15, 20 minutes of great radio, and then the person never calls again. And he could have been a good friend and did some really great stuff for us.
Yeah. Well, don't let that $15 million apiece make you fat and happy in that dead time, man. It's time to bring it back and bring it back hard. You know what I'm talking about.
All right, DJ. I like you, actually.
All right, babe.
Thanks.
Talk to you.
I don't.
I like the DJ.
I don't like him.
I'm going to call him the DJ.
Yeah. If I could ban the phone calls, I would click and ban it.
How does it feel to be fat? Now the Today Show is doing the fat suit thing.
This is
And it's
ridiculous.
another fat suit that looks completely ridiculous.
Look at the big rubber chin that's a different color from the rest of her face.
Yeah, no one's buying that this is actually a fat girl.
Now look at her.
No way.
No way. Look, you're right.
No way.
It's fake.
That's
fat
why all
suit.
these shows that are doing this are having people laugh at them, because it doesn't look real. It looks like a person walking down the street in a fat suit.
And they're walking into these stores that are for girls that aren't fat.
Right.
So, of course, they're not going to be taken care of by the salesperson. Why is the salesperson going to try to spend their time with a fat person and not get any kind of sales commission or whatever they get for helping people that are going to make a purchase? Of course, a fat girl walks in. There's nothing in the store that fits her. Why the fuck are you going to help her?
Right.
Look, you're working on commission.
The face looks rubber. Like rubber.
She's got a big rubber chin. The rubber double chin.
And now she's in the subway. This show's been done twice now. We're getting the audio.
The third attempt at this thing. Why don't they just... Here's my question. Why don't they just get a fat person? Why don't they just take a real fat person and film them with a hidden camera going around? So then you're sure it's not that the fat suit looks ridiculous. Just get fat people.
Right. Well,
there you go. Follow a fat person around.
Because they want a contrast. You got to have the hot chick, because then she could go, wow.
She could tell how she felt.
I'm used to walking around and everyone just admiring me.
Well, that's what bullshit it is, because you're not getting an honest assessment of the people's reaction to fat people. Because, quite honestly, unless the person's sitting next to me on a plane or a bus or something like that, I don't give them a second fucking thought walking down the street. It's not like they're trying to present it like the fat person walks down the street and everyone is just laughing their fucking balls off and pointing and fucking with them and, hey, look at Fatso. No, I'm just trying to get to my car. I'm just trying to get out of the city. I'm just trying to shop.
And they're exaggerating the whole thing too. If I was a fat person, I'd be very, very insulted by these fat suit women on TV, because they're making them look like slobs.
Yeah.
This chick's hair is all stringy and greasy.
Right. She's not a well put put together fat person
with absolutely awful clothes on. There's people out there
anorexic arms on the chick that did this.
I know, that's great.
She is so skinny.
There's people out there that are fat, but
her shoulder and her wrist are the same circumference.
But they present themselves, fine. You know what I mean? They make sure they're all nicely dressed and they got their hair right.
And unless you're obese fat, if you're just like a big woman, and you can even be considered fat, but you wear the right clothing for it, you look good, you keep yourself together, then no one's going to make fun. If you look like something out of a bad Lifetime movie or a fucking ABC after-school special, fat person, then there's going to be a problem.
That's what we should do. We'll be the fourth show that does the fat thing. Let's get Big A, who's actually, he's just fat.
Fat and frightening.
And just have him walk up and down the sidewalk someday this week, and we'll tape the comments.
We need some kind of hidden camera, though.
He is scary.
And let him go into stores.
Fat.
Let him go into stores and talk to people.
And let's see the real reaction that he would get.
Yeah.
Actually, let's get Big A on the phone. We don't even need to do this. Let's ask him what happens to him when he's walking around.
Yeah, you take it to the next level. A fat guy with a speech impediment.
Yeah.
Oh, God, it's so stupid.
All these friggin' thin, skinny models.
And then we'll see what the reaction is to, who was that girl doing the news? We kept bringing up Chappelle's show and we freaked her out.
Oh, Francine.
Francine.
Yeah. And she'll be our Tyra.
And then let her go out to the same places.
I think it'll be riveting.
Talk to people. Riveting.
But she has her own problems because she's black. Because racism is so rampant in New York City. Shut up. It's in your minds for the most part. And in New York City?
Opie, speaking for black people.
Dude, in New York City it certainly is. Maybe in the suburbs and some of the other states that we broadcast to. Well, we broadcast all the states.
New York, very diverse.
Very
accepting.
Drumsticks up people's asses.
Very accepting.
Dude, we hate each other equally. Or we hate everyone equally, I should have said. So we got Vanessa Manillo, or whatever her name is. This is part 2. We started this yesterday. Now, just in case you're a new listener, because the DirecTV is turning a lot of people onto the Opie and Anthony show, Tyra Banks started with the Fat Suit special.
Yep.
We had a great time playing that audio a few different times.
Tyra, very dramatic. She started crying during her show because it was so traumatic for her to be in that fat suit for 6 hours, and then step out of it, be a hot model again, and she's just thinking how she was abused.
And then we, and she got a lot of exposure for the show. So then E.T. out of nowhere decided they have to do the same exact show.
Yeah.
The same exact show.
Same thing.
Instead of maybe just playing clips from the Tyra show, they said, fuck that, we got to do it as well. So we got part 2 of that we're going to play here in a second. And now, like I said, we're watching the Today Show live, and they're doing the same thing as well.
How did they get off of it? Do you think they sat there and went, holy shit, 2 shows did this before we did? Was it a secret and the word got out, and the other ones were trying to get on faster?
I don't know.
Like, you know how this shit works. You get pissed off. It's like, oh, my God.
Yeah.
Had this thing going, and then 2 other shows did it.
They just said the name of that model, and underneath her description, model wore a fat suit.
Yeah, she's a very hot redheaded model.
Very skinny.
But with the fat suit, she looked completely ridiculous. It didn't look real at all.
Feel to be.
So anything she's saying doesn't have validity.
No.
Because she just looked like she was in a Halloween costume.
Why do we need these gorgeous people to tell us how miserable it is to not be gorgeous, to be fucked up?
Right.
I realize that.
Uh-oh.
If you have halitosis...
Oh, wow. Look at this.
People aren't going to be...
Keep the cop.
Keep the cop. Oh, my God. This chick is jonesing for something.
What happened?
To explain, we'll get into this a little later. Keith the Cop, we're going to do homeless shopping spree. For the first time in 3 or 4 years, it's a huge Opie and Anthony bit. We bring the homeless shopping for the Christmas season. It's a great show.
Are they going to get $202 this year to spend each?
I believe so,
Remember?
yes.
They got $102.
Yes.
And 70 cents.
Well, inflation and stuff. Let's go with $202.
$202
per homeless person. So we gather a bunch of homeless people. We get a bus. We bring them to a really, really nice mall. All our listeners show up. The last time we did this, thousands of listeners showed up. And then they follow the homeless people around as they shop and see what they buy. Some of the homeless people just gave up and went right to the bar.
Right to the bar.
That's attached to the mall.
Started drinking.
And drank their money away. And others took it seriously and bought brand new sneakers and coats and all that stuff.
And it's a little expose on some of the store owners at these fancy
That's right.
places, because some of them were very accepting.
Just like the Fat Soup shows, we do our own expose.
Some of the stores actually, above and beyond what the homeless people were spending, gave them some free stuff that was around. And other stores pulled the gate down and closed the store as the homeless people
Well, I got to
were
admit, if
walking by.
I saw a homeless person with 1,000 pests behind them, I'd probably close shop, too.
Well, it was about how many homeless people last time?
We did
10. 10 homeless people walking into some of these stores, like fancy suit stores, and asking to be tailored and try things on.
The smell just getting into all the
There was one guy, Ziggy. He was trying on brand new suits. This guy hasn't showered in who knows, at least 10, 12 years.
Here's an idea, and it's a little spin on the fat suit thing.
All right.
We ought to get somebody, maybe Hawk or somebody, to dress as a homeless person and join in with the homeless shopping spree, because it's very hard to really get what these people are feeling when they do that, and see how you're treated as one of these group of homeless people, and that way you can convey to us what it's like to be homeless for a day.
Who would be the best to do that on staff?
Who would be the best on staff?
I would go with either Danny
Danny could be go to wool cap on him, and we'll filthy him up a little bit.
Or Nathaniel.
Not Nathaniel.
All right, so then it's either Danny or
Nathaniel
E-Rock.
does not come off like a homeless guy.
E-Rock does good radio. We haven't used him on the street lately.
E-Rock?
E-Rock, you want to be a homeless person?
Sure, I'll do it.
All right, because then it's like...
You're too well fed to be homeless. Like, Jesus, dude. Spend a little less on mayo. Danny's a good homeless guy.
Danny, you want to be the homeless guy? We got to figure this out.
Well, I'll be a homeless guy. I just want to know why I'm the best candidate.
No, and it's nothing against you. I think it's more your acting chops. And you kind of look like you can be put into that situation. With like you filthy yourself up a little.
See how he's dancing around
the
it?
beard.
No, I look homeless.
Look, watch me dance around it, asshole. I'd be the best fucking candidate. I could go out there, muss my fucking hair up, not shave for a couple of days. I'd be perfect for it.
A lot of energy.
I got a lot of fucking energy.
Still dancing around it.
But I got to say, I love the tension between you two. I can't wait for the real fight. Oh, no, I feel it.
It's all an act.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Part of it. We talk to each other before we come in here.
Calm it down
Showbiz.
but I see it.
We choreograph where we're going to be at certain ports.
No, you guys blast each other almost every day you're on now.
Blast.
Oh, yeah, it's getting a little ugly.
The honeymoon's over.
I feel it.
It really is. The honeymoon's over, isn't it?
I'm just going to
Remember
sit
when we
back
were all
and watch.
nice to each other?
Just for the record, I find Opie more irritating.
And that makes me
He
very
likes
happy.
battling on two fronts.
Oh, yeah. I stir the pot. That's fine. I love it. That gets me off, Bill. That's fine.
Yeah. I didn't attack you as you were kissing Donald Trump's ass that whole interview, did I?
I didn't really kiss his ass.
Oh, my God. There was smooching sounds.
We had to be nice to the guy.
At least he was throwing in the soup lines.
I asked him if he changed his diapers. All right, well.
Yeah. All right. Let's rewind the tape and listen to Bill's one question about firing in the boardroom.
Yeah, thank you.
Wow, really going out on a limb there.
I was trying to fucking get it in some sort of direction.
You tried that question 5 times and was stepped on. Didn't you realize it stunk before you got it out?
Yeah, you were so anxious you wanted to get it out there.
I was a little nervous.
Don't start with us, man.
A little nervous.
Don't start with us.
No, I was going to tell the story of how I was on stage one night when his son got a beer glass smashed over his head.
You were at the show for that?
Yeah, I was a guy on stage when that happened.
That was a big story here in New York City. His son got beat up pretty bad at Caroline's?
Just for being his son? Or was he heckling?
I don't know what happened. I was just on stage, and all of a sudden...
Shit.
Yeah.
I thought people were smashing glasses on the ground, but they were smashing off this kid's head. It's one of those deals. They came walking out with the white towel, and it's just completely pink from the shit pumping out of his head.
Any reason? No, you never found out what happened?
No. I also realized I'm not really good at calming a crowd in those situations. No, I just kind of stood there. I was going like, "Hey, what's going? Oh, shit! Whoa, whoa!" And then Sherrod came up and he
calmed the whole thing down. He was able to do it.
Yeah, he hit them with a barrage of yos. Yo, 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 whoa,
you gotta do
whoa,
that.
Yeah.
That's like the universal knock it off kind of, hey, hey!
Yeah,
yo, yo,
Susan.
yo!
Yo, yo,
Yeah,
yo
Susan.
is the
Gets
black
everyone's
response,
attention.
and the white response is, whoa, 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 whoa,
Hey,
whoa,
whoa, whoa. Hey, 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 hey!
Black, yo, 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 yo!
Knock it off.
Whoa, 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 whoa. All right,
Yeah.
listen. Let's not mention the undercover homeless thing anymore.
No?
No, because we want to, keep it on the down low.
So no one knows?
Yeah.
Why don't you just dress one white person up as a homeless person, one black person, and see who people are more apt to give money to? Does white guilt? If you're a black homeless guy, do you get more
Right.
money?
That's not a bad idea.
Huh?
Or you're a white guy, homeless, you're more
Opens up the opportunity for all the
White
racist
people.
listeners
We're
out there.
going to start using the street right outside our window for a lot of experimentation.
How about we go across the street? Maybe that janitor will come out.
Janitor.
We're messing with him
Angry
again
janitor.
tomorrow.
It'll be the perfect storm.
You're the perfect
Guys,
storm.
tomorrow we're doing that bit we did on Monday. Tomorrow we mess with the janitor again. Make sure you're listening. We're doing that
Hope
whole...
he's there.
Dropping stuff on the sidewalk again. All right, so we'll figure out that angle. But Keith, you brought in another homeless person because we're trying them out to see if they're good candidates for the homeless shopping spree, right?
Yeah, and this is something a little different this year, something we haven't had in the past. This is going to be a female homeless person. This is the first time we're doing this.
There you go. Opens up some more of the newer,
we have
some
a
more of the
lady
shops.
coming to the stage.
What's her name?
Her name is Donna.
Donna? And what drug does she like to take?
Donna likes everything.
Oh, really?
She's a very interesting person. She has not shut the fuck up since 14th Street.
All right, cool.
Coherent?
Very.
Very coherent?
All right, we'll get her on after the break. Thank you, Keith.
Mm-hmm.
We
What
have-
about fragrance or anything like
No, actually very good.
Oh, thank God.
I told half a dozen people to be at this one corner this morning, and she's the only person that showed up. So
Really?
And how much you paying them?
I will be submitting an invoice for expenses.
An invoice to find homeless people. God, they're going to love that one in Washington. And then some guy sent us colognes yesterday and perfume, so we'll give her one on the way out. We'll talk to her in a few minutes, but let's get back into this.
How about on the way in?
Huh?
How about on the way in?
No, she doesn't smell bad.
No, she
we're
doesn't.
hearing. All right. Oh, man, I got some ideas. And we got Bill here today. Not you, the other Bill, Crazy Bill.
Yeah.
Is she willing to make some money today?
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
I'm sure she is.
What are you going to do?
Homeless pussy? I don't want to see it.
No. Oh, Jesus.
It's not that I want to see it. I want Bill to smell it.
No. Oh, my God, no. I will not be party to this.
Who's with me? Who's with me today?
Are you kidding? Taking this.
I got to go with it. I don't want to compromise the integrity of the show.
No, believe me.
Who's with me?
I'm just playing bad cop here.
Who's with
good
me?
cop? Which way would that go?
I don't know. All right, listen.
How does that work?
I want to see it, too.
Spray the Lysol on the piece of paper?
Or you spray it on the
Go
mic.
Go get Bill.
On the mic foam.
Go get Bill.
Wow. Theme music?
Yeah, I like
Hey,
this. This is
Bill.
good music.
Got a little idea for you.
Yeah. A little something I think you'll be good at. You've kind of been appointed somehow on the show to be the expert in smells. You know? You've smelt, Patty's armpit.
Yes.
Big A's breath.
Mm-hmm.
You smelt that. You smelt the back of Voss's ear.
Yeah.
And you give a pretty reliable assessment of what kind of odors are going on. I think we have another assignment for you.
Hey, what's this one?
You see that fine homeless woman outside?
Yeah.
If she's willing, and I know she will be willing when we offer cold, hard
Calling
cash.
out the dead presidents.
Would you smell her baby maker?
Her snatch. If she whips down her pants, would you get your nose right up there and give a good sniff?
Anything for the show.
This guy is the best
company
intern
man
we've ever had.
He's never leaving us.
Dude, no.
I like how he's kind of mentally mulling it over right now. He's seen as anything for the show.
Oh, God.
Wow.
Oh.
This is turning out to be a great day. All right,
I don't
Bill.
have to touch her.
No,
you
you got to get, like, right there, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got to get right there.
Yeah, we have to figure this
Just
out.
place one hand on her ashy thigh.
Yeah.
All right.
Inner thigh.
Let her get a little something out of it.
All right, let's get to the fat suit thing. Thanks, Bill. We'll have you back in a few minutes. Peace. Things are developing right in front of our eyes right now.
Go, you could probably practice by sniffing a Brillo pad soaked in rendered fat.
All right, so let's get into part 2 Segment 2, the fat suit segment that E.T.
I'm
did.
still trying to get over what he's got to do.
Well, let it just kind of
let it simmer,
marinate, and marinate.
It's a good word for it.
It's been marinating for many years.
Soup.
MTV reporter Vanessa Manillo, something like that. I think she's on the front page of the New York Post today because Derek Jeter is her boyfriend, and they were in Hawaii. And the Post is saying they have exclusive shots of Derek Jeter doing what?
Pushing her around.
He's kind of date raping her.
Yeah.
What do you mean pushing her around? Is that the story?
They're grabbing each other. No, it's supposed to be a loving thing. You know, they're having fun. But Bill pointed out, it doesn't look like they're having fun. It looks like they're kind of brawling. But like he's got her by the arms and shoving her, and she's got a handful of his shirt. And
well, what are they suggesting with these photos? They're exclusive photos. They're making a big deal about this on the front page of the Post
they're
today.
Just playfully having fun.
Yeah, if that was A-Rod doing the same thing, it would have been rape.
Yeah.
But who cares? I thought it was like maybe he was cheating or something, and they got some crazy photos of it. It's just him playing around with his girlfriend, and that's a big story. Why?
She's got a bikini top on.
Well,
they're both famous.
Yeah.
And they're going to fuck.
But that's
right.
That's the biggest story today, that it's on the front page?
Yeah.
All right.
Yes, it is.
All right. Well, she's the one that did the fat suit thing for E.T. We started this yesterday, so why don't we play the first clip from segment 2 here, all right?
Tonight, Vanessa takes off her fat suit, and Vanessa, I understand the responses to the real you were quite different.
Well, Mark, I gotta be honest, I feel pretty lucky because strangers have always been pretty nice to me, especially in New York, but I never really appreciated how kind they were until I put on the fat suit and saw how cruel people could really be. So, does size really matter? Walking around New York's Fifth Avenue and Central Park, would I be treated differently at 125 pounds than I was in this 350-pound fat suit? Excuse me, I know you're working, and I'm sorry. How do I get to 3rd Avenue from here?
You want to go across the park.
I can walk there, though. I don't need to take like a cab or a bus.
It's a little bit of a walk, but, I would just cut right through here.
Okay.
No, it's not that far.
Okay, thank you. He was like, oh, it's walkable to 3rd Avenue, and the other day, he was like, you need to take a bus. That's right. Wearing the fat suit, it was as if the walk was too much for me to handle.
It is.
Oh, my, that's all you got,
That's
you
what
whore?
they were trying to...
It is. If you're 350 pounds, you're asking where... You're not even asking. You're waving down a cab.
Yeah. You're not
saying,
walking.
Fuck it, I'm not going.
He's thinking that because I was fat, I wouldn't want to walk.
You got to see the video of this, too. She absolutely looks like she could not make that walk as a 350-pound woman. Absolutely.
Why don't they do something even like more obvious? Like ask a question, and the next time as you do it, you're waving a gun around. And just, I just felt the reaction was so much different.
Notice the different reaction I got when I was waving the gun. No one really wanted to talk to me.
I've never felt that kind of pain, and I just felt that no one liked me.
As I walked down the street, people ran away from me like I was some kind of monster. They fled screaming and grabbing their children. Yeah. You had a gun.
Like, this person in the fat suit has never taunted someone who's fat. She's never done anything mean?
Mm-mm. No, she's been nice her whole life to everybody.
She's a cunt.
All right, let's play the next clip here.
I got plenty of gawks and stares, but some people wouldn't even give me the time of day. It's really...
No, why? Because you look scary as shit.
Did she actually say...
It wasn't believable.
Yeah. What time is it? And people said, I'm not giving you that. Did this happen, or was that just
I don't know.
Expression?
I haven't heard this
In
yet.
the fat suit, if you ask people for the time and they have a watch, they just don't give it to you. What time is it, sir? I'm not going to give you that.
That's why we don't pre-listen to these things, so we can try to, guess and figure this out.
Figure it out.
But I saw the video. She looked like she was in a Halloween costume.
Suit.
Especially in New York. You're going to stay away from freaky-looking people.
Body toupee.
I got plenty of gawks and stares, but some people wouldn't even give me the time of day. It's really amazing how obvious people are about it. In terms of, I'm the same person on the inside. I was asking for directions and asking for help the same way in the suit as I would right now. And people were completely treating me like night and day. I said, hey, how do you get to Saks Fifth Avenue? I don't know. Today, excuse me, you know how to get to Saks Fifth Avenue? Or do you know where? Okay. Heck, I even got an offer for a lunch date. I'll go in there. You want to go to lunch? Sure. What time? No. Maybe later.
No, not later, because you're banging Derek Jeter, you hooah.
Maybe later.
Did they really need to research this?
Yeah. What are they? What kind of information are they putting out there that we don't know already?
That if you're a supermodel, people want to give you directions and maybe ask you to lunch. But if you put on a fat suit and you look hideous with your hair messed up, it's a different reaction.
Right.
In New York City, no one wants to help anyone out.
Who would have guessed?
No one wants to help anyone out.
Anyone.
In New York
Unless
City.
Unless you're a supermodel.
Yeah, but if you're a hot piece of ass, then you're going to go, all right, well, what the hell?
It's not the fat people. It's everybody.
Everybody. No one wants
to give directions. No one wants to fucking stop for a second and go, well, I think you got to go up here and turn and go through
Everyone is annoyed when they're asked a question on the sidewalks of New York City.
But if supermodel
why does it always have to be a fat broad, too?
Yeah.
Why can't they get one of those Abercrombie and Fitch models that he was staring at after his blueberry morning breakfast?
Staring at that.
Have them come walking down, ask directions,
You're a troublemaker.
and then put him in a fat suit.
Right.
I'm just stating the facts, sir.
You're such an asshole.
Then I went to Abercrombie and Fitch.
I wasn't watching. I went in the store. Everyone I was with that was of the female persuasion had a gawk.
How
and
motivated?
That's what pissed me off. And that's why I brought it to the attention of the entire country.
Right.
How motivated were you to go do some sit-ups after that?
I went to the gym that afternoon.
Yeah.
For the first time in 2 weeks.
It's like this 24-hour. Fuck this. Then the next day it's back to normal.
Pretty much. But she's not breaking any new ground here.
No, we all know this. And it's everybody in the city. It's not just fat people. Stop it.
Right.
People don't want to give directions. They don't want to give. People are busy. They're moving very quickly. It's New York City. Do the same thing. Go to the Midwest. Go to some farm town and get in the fat suit. You'll be treated like gold because all the women really look like that. They're all like...
Yeah, go to Wisconsin.
Go to a fucking diner. Sit down. You will have people talking to you. Right, chatting up a storm with you. You'll be treated like gold.
Hey,
lifestyle.
This next clip is going to get everyone...
look at that fat drink of water.
Now they're on to man tits?
Man boobs.
And
of the
how to
Today
get
Show.
rid of them?
All right, you know what? Roll tape on that one.
Roll them.
We'll just watch TV all morning and comment on it. What the hell? All right, here's the last bit of audio from the E.T. Fat Suit segment.
Only the second Fat Suits show.
Right, we got the third one.
We still have the third one coming up.
Well, she says it's just like racism.
When I was in the suit on the subway, not only was I looked at with disgust, but pushed completely out of the way. I was stared at on the subway. Today, a guy wanted me to listen to his music. I almost fell over. He helped me up. I still remember every single hurtful thing that was said to me, even though I took the suit off.
I have to admit, the experience was tough. But I agreed to don the suit, crafted by Robert Hall of the special effects company Almost Human, for one very important reason.
I've been discriminated against. Growing up in Charleston, South Carolina, I was the dark-haired, dark-skinned girl. It's amazing to me that me being ethnic and somebody being overweight, we have the same prejudices.
Holy shit.
Ethnic.
Does that mean we get to, break out the fire hoses and knock down fat people now? Because it's just like that. It's just like that.
That's this girl?
Yeah.
Ethnic.
Yeah.
She looks Hawaiian.
She's not that black.
No.
She's Halle Berry black.
She's
supermodel black.
Yeah. She
looks
the same
Filipino.
color as
She's
Derek
Filipino.
Jeter. And she has kind of a Filipino-looking face. Please. There was no racism in school. It was guys that wanted to date you that you wouldn't date that had to come up with something.
Vanessa, keep those looks intact because E.T. doesn't have you for your communication skills. So you just start losing a little bit, they're going to find the next hot piece of ass to do some segments for them.
If you get that fat without the suit, it's going to be a problem getting work.
I think if you gain a pound, they're going to kick you out.
So. Is that her?
Yeah, she's hot.
Jesus.
She's beyond hot.
Where'd that picture come from? She's on a bed on her elbows and knees with her ass just pointing up in the air.
She's beyond hot, and that's why she's on E.T.
Why, in my 300-pound fat suit, wouldn't they allow me to take pictures like this? How come fat people...
Yeah.
Pictures of them like that don't sell?
Yeah, why does she get into the fat suit and do the same pose?
And try to go to a modeling fucking gig.
Right.
And then bitch at the people that pay your fucking bills with the modeling.
And tell them that they're discriminating.
You're discriminating. Why? Fat people are beautiful, too, on the inside.
Yeah, show up at a runway model show, whatever the hell they're called, in a fat suit and say, I'm ready to walk the runway.
I'm ready to walk the runway.
And then when they say, no way, you look disgusting.
Expose them as assholes on your show and never work again. Stop it.
I also like whenever women always are talking about the objectification of women, and the second any of them make it, their first photo shoot, they're always like half naked, bent over shit, just covering their nipples, ass crack,
up,
hanging out. Yeah.
Supposedly,
I want to be a whore on my terms.
Supposedly she's Filipino, Italian, and Irish, by the way.
It's a good mix.
That
seems to work.
That's a supermodel mix right there.
Start pumping them out. They're like puggles. She looks great.
It's a boxer.
Yeah, it's a puggle. Look at her. She's adorable.
You know what, Aunt? Wait, 100% Filipino?
They could be good. They could be good, Filipino girl.
But it's missing something. 100% Italian.
Gorgeous.
Some pull it off.
You know what was good? You ever see that movie Bounty with Mel Gibson, where they're on the Bounty, and they go to Tahiti, I think.
Yeah.
So Tahitian women, I guess. It's all this whole island of half-naked broads. They all got their tits hanging out and stuff. And there were a couple in there that I guess were a mixture of Tahitian, Filipino, things like that. They looked pretty good. Pretty good.
Gotta mix the races a little bit.
That's a good, to
come up with the human puggles.
I'm pretty much a white lover. I don't go outside the race.
If you got Asian is the equalizer. And if black and Asian is unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's somehow they're like I don't know, butter. They're like salt. I don't know what it is.
Black and Asian, you make a supermodel. Yeah. They just make supermodels. That's it.
Or one of the best-looking porn stars I've ever seen. I can never remember the names. Yeah. Oh, this girl was ridiculous.
I don't understand how you could have some crackhead, skinny black guy and some big, fat, welfare, bleach blonde white woman. They get together and have kids, and they're supermodel gorgeous. What the hell? Their bad genes or something are all canceled out. This new set is created, and they just great tan and curly blonde hair.
It's a crapshoot. We should take a break because I think we're ready to see what this homeless woman's all about. Okay.
All right.
And we'll see if we could get something done today for once.
I have a little bit of green on me if that's what it takes today.
I got some green on me.
Went to the cash machine.
Oh, yes, I do. Mm-hmm. As we go to break, we played that fight. You like that those two guys going at it.
Oh, that was great.
The weather guy and the sports guy or whatever, or the anchorman. We have another fight that we got to play for you. The L.A. one. You ever hear this one?
Is this more news people fighting?
Dude, this goes back to 1994. I can't get enough of this clip. Basically, the anchor people, a man and a woman, they just hated each other. And I don't think this actually made the air. I think they were just rolling tape, getting ready to go live, and they just went at it with each other. And then the news starts, and they act like nothing is going wrong.
Oh, let's see. We got some problems though on Instant Feedback.
What?
Uncle Bassy, whatever his name is.
What happened?
You're gonna need a new bucket soon. What? You've been milking this fat suit shit for a long time. See, if it was just Tyra Banks, I'll explain it to you, you fucking retard. I'll explain it to you. I hate having to explain things, but sometimes a retarded child will come up with their twisted mongoloid fucking face and ask you a question, and you're so sick of answering fucking questions or explaining yourself, but they look so pathetic that you gotta just explain it to their stupid retarded fucking face. So Uncle Basie, whatever, from Post Wars, let me explain it to you, because today you're that stupid fucking retard that doesn't understand shit. This is the third fucking fat suit bit that's been done on TV. They're milking the fat suit bit. We're showing how ridiculous it is that they're doing the same fucking thing. If it seems redundant, it's because it is. Because they've done it now 3 times on television. And we're showing how ridiculous it is to do the same bit 3 times. And in doing that, perhaps you, in your retarded fucking mind, has seen it like we're milking a bit. instead of covering the fact that they've done this 3 times so far on television.
We need less complaining.
Andy's pissed because he's from Chicago, and we're making fun of the Midwest, and I assure you it's better than fucking Jew York, he says. All right, Uncle Basie. He doesn't like Jew York.
Well, then go listen to Mancow. I'm sure he's doing some wonderful radio for
Uncle
you today.
Basie, stop listening. Unplug your XM unit immediately. Do it now. And if I may quote the genius that is Jim Norton, take your XM satellite radio, flush it down the toilet, and go fuck your mother. Thank you. Jim Norton. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah! With that, we have another fight. 2 news anchors going at it. I hope we haven't overplayed this one.
Oh, wow. Sure we did.
Guys.
Oh, by the way, banned. Watch. Listen. There we go. Hear that? Click. Banned. Click. Banned.
Oh, you have it isolated? This is Norton saying that same line. Go.
Turn me on?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, that was. See, that should have been the big.
They're all laughing their asses off.
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
You know what? That's getting redundant.
That was just great, Hawk. You just made me look like a complete asshole.
It wasn't coming through.
Yeah. You want to try it again? All right. Yeah, it's not working at all. Now is it? All right. Well,
with that,
now that we're all sitting around feeling very awkward, we were feeling great about ourselves. Like, here's Norton, and then bam, he screams the line out.
Right.
We all laugh and laugh. Go to commercial. Now we're sitting here going.
And who do we have? Who do we have to thank?
All right, let's play the anchor fight from 1994. It's KABC TV. These 2 anchors went at it just before they went on the air. It's great. Listen to this. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And we're back.
Mm-hmm. And everyone is losing their fucking minds in the other room.
They love when Hawk fucks up. They love it.
Not me.
Well, it's not you.
This is not me. It's
Who's supposed
playing.
to press the button?
Me, but it's playing. It's not coming through. This is not me.
Not you.
Who was it?
I didn't touch that button.
Oh, boy.
Oh, it was Opie.
Hold on. I'm not taking the blame for this one.
Whose
Did
board
anyone
was
see
it?
me push that button?
Well, who else would
a lot
push
of
it?
buttons. No one would dare push a button on that board.
Opie?
Mars,
I think
have we played something on Dillette today?
Yes, we have.
We have? So it was pushed.
Or maybe we haven't.
No, I don't think we did.
We didn't, so it was Mars' fault.
No, actually, I tested it. It does work fine. Program's always lit when I test.
Yeah, but look, I'll take the blame. But Anthony, help me out. I didn't touch any of that stuff. I don't think it was.
I don't know what
that's
any
all.
of that stuff is. Buttons and knobs and levers.
All right, here's the Norton thing.
I don't care if you throw your XM down the toilet, buy a Sirius, and then fuck your mother.
Thank you, Mars.
Yes.
What would we do without you? And now as we go to break, here's the big fight from 1994, the 2 anchors going at it from KABC TV.
First segment.
It's done that way all the time.
It
That's
frequently
what I was told.
is. It frequently
Well,
is.
then we better
Do you
talk
hear me
about it.
complaining about it?
Then we better
Tonight
talk about
I'm
it.
complaining because tonight I
Then
said,
we better
hey,
talk about it because I think you've got a
agree.
problem. I think we've got a problem. All right? If that's what you think, then we'll talk about it after the show, and we'll talk about it with Roger Bell. Because I'm not going to sit here night after night and put up with this shit. Okay?
Night after night? Night after night?
Well,
Where, what,
it
let's,
looks
how
to
much,
me like that's the way it's going to go,
I'll
Ann.
take the ante up a little higher than that even. You're not only wrong, you're way out of line.
Let me tell you something.
You
kiddo.
started it, pal.
You want Harold Green, you might get him.
Fine with me. Fine
oh, is
with
it really?
me. Good old
Oh.
Harold Green.
Okay. Okay. You want to start dealing with shit? Go ahead. That's what you want. You just might get it. You know, you go home and have a couple of shooters, and I don't know what the fuck happens, but when you come back, you're not the same lady.
That's not true.
Some nights it is, Ann.
When news happens, you see it happen on Channel 7. The #1 station for news and information in Southern California. Now, Paul Moyer, Ann Martin, Johnny Mountain weather, and Todd Donahoe sports. This is Eyewitness News Tonight.
3 men dead tonight in an execution-style murder in Los Angeles. Good evening, all. It's now the 11 o'clock.
Hey, what's that?
Well, you've never seen it before?
Looks like a rock.
New from Sedentary Toys and the Opie and Anthony Show.
Oh, it's so shiny.
It's got corners.
It's the cool new toy that has everyone jumping for joy.
O&A Party Rock! It's not just any rock.
It's the O&A Party Rock. The O&A Party Rock is incredibly versatile. You can chuck it, you can fuck it, you can drop it in a bucket. You can race it, you can chase it, you can yell right in its face. It's the bestest friend you'll ever have.
O&A Party Rock!
Why is it wearing a party hat? Every Party Rock comes dressed in a colorful party hat and party blower, making it the centerpiece of any party. Now with shiny red dancing shoes. Not only that, the O&A Party Rock is
it's a fucking rock, you dildo.
Fred. Talk on and on about how you invented radio. So, Fred.
Baba Booey, Baba Booey, Howard Stern penis, Baba Booey, Baba Booey, Baba Booey.
Hello, folk face.
And welcome back to the Opie and Anthony program on XM Satellite Radio. Bill Burr sitting in once again for Jim Norton. Jimmy's going to be back Monday, I guess, for a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Bill Burr's going to be playing Thanksgiving weekend. Montclair, New Jersey. Rascal.
Montclair, yeah.
And I heard Bill's newest material recently, and man, just killing.
Yeah,
the guy is just killing. I just want to say one word: muffin.
Oh.
Just to prove that I've seen Bill Burr recently. Yes. Mm-hmm. You're not going to see the word muffin on his HBO special that's running.
No.
Got to stay ahead of you bastards.
You, by the way, during the break, when you left the studio, Hawk found a way to blame you for the thing not coming up.
How are you blaming me?
He was blaming you.
You better leave the studio
for it not coming up.
How are you going to blame me on this one?
I wasn't blaming you.
Yes, you were.
Why would I ever touch this button? Look, I can barely reach
All right, now tell him why he touched that button and blame him.
All right, Danny and I were looking at it, and Danny said, well, what might have happened?
Wait. Now he's dragging Danny before
Danny,
he even
you better get on that mic.
He just dragged Danny.
Danny?
I said that he blamed you. Well, Danny
had nothing to do with it.
I love how this happens.
What happened?
So I looked at the board. I said, well, what might have happened is he went to the TV feature this morning. He might have leaned on that button.
Now, when you went to Trump, what button did you have to push?
None.
Oh, when we went to TV, what did you have to push?
We didn't pot up TV yet today.
Which TV did we pot up?
I thought we had done something with TV.
Did we pot up television?
Might have hit it. So then that
Nothing.
wasn't the case.
No.
We pot up Imus? No?
No, we had that on
Today's show?
That I'm going to replay.
Nothing. So you never went for that button?
No.
Yet the board is right in front of you.
Wow.
Hawk.
I didn't blame you.
You're blaming him, and it wasn't even something he did?
We were trying to figure out what might have happened.
Look at how we were trying to figure out.
This is we stuff, white man. All I said, I think my only quote that I said was that it would be easy to do if, because the buttons are right there next to each other.
Yeah.
So if that did happen,
listen to the replay. We did not do live TV today.
Uh-huh.
The Imus audio that I have right in front of me, we're going to play again, matter of fact, in a couple minutes here, was given to me on CD.
So you falsely blamed Opie then?
I didn't blame him at all.
Oh, all right.
Got to get on the ball, E-Rock, really.
Thanks, Dan. Appreciate it.
Fight back, Hawk.
I love how these guys go at each other.
And there he goes. E-Rock. Walking from one side of the studio to the other.
Back to his seat, to his favorite music.
We got to give Imus props again on his MSNBC show and his syndicated radio show. He's mentioning us again, Anthony.
Yeah.
And DJ in Los Angeles doesn't like the fact that we're getting free promotion. Tough shit.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't like the fact that we actually like Imus.
Yeah.
Is it that brave to admit that you like the guy?
Is it the same show we do? Absolutely not. Same demographic? No. But why can't we enjoy?
We'll like anyone that gives us free plugs in a nice way. Right?
Right.
So from earlier this morning, here's Imus.
Brian Wilson from the Beach Boys. Do you still say you're from the Beach Boys?
Yeah. I'm always in the Beach Boys in my heart.
Sure.
Until Mike Love gets another subpoena thrown at me, and then I can't say nothing no more.
Right. That's unfortunate that this... it's kind of it's sad, actually. Sort of melancholy that this is wound up in court. I mean, that's what I get there.
You wait, Opie. It's going to happen with you and Anthony soon. There'll be subpoenas flying back and forth. You won't even be able to call yourself Opie anymore.
Okay.
You'll be arch enemies.
Well, I like Anthony now, though. So.
Yeah, but he could be your arch enemy like that.
Right. Okay.
Holy shit, these guys are listening every day. It's kind of scary. Yeah, what's up with the arch enemy thing? Are we allowed to announce that?
Last I heard, everything was signed, sealed, delivered.
Yeah, we're just waiting for a press release or something? I don't know.
Why can't we just say
Maybe Ben could find out from
the arch enemy was...
If he's still talking to us, if we can announce that today. Why not? Just out of nowhere, we'll just announce it.
It was.
Yeah, that's all it's going to be, too.
The arch enemy is...
And we're taking a meeting with this person, yes.
Right.
So let's see if we can do that today.
And here it is.
Yeah, very anticlimactic. We'll just go, yeah, the arch enemy was blank.
Yeah.
All right? Here's more audio from this morning's Don Imus show.
Hi, I'm Brian Wilson. How are you?
Good.
I'm fine. Hi, Opie. Hi, Anthony. Happy Thanksgiving,
okay.
Which, as everybody knows, is the holiday invented by Howard Stern. Hoo-hoo. Tell him, Fred.
Oh, wow, that's great. How great is that?
Very funny over there.
Now I got to make another phone call over there.
No, I won't pick up.
And then
you've reached the I-man. Not home.
I have
on the ranch.
I have a nice relationship with his secretary.
Yeah.
And I called last week or 2 weeks ago because they were going. You know, they did a lot for us.
Yeah.
And she goes, he left for the day. I go, well, tell him, Opie called, whatever.
Tell him I left for the day.
And she goes, do you have a number where he could call you back? I'm like, he never calls back. And she started laughing like, yeah, I know, but what's your number just in case?
He's busy.
So now I got to call again today to thank him. Got to do that. And then one more clip from Imus's show earlier this morning because it's a big day for XM. We're going to be featured on The Apprentice. Not the Opie and Anthony show, but XM is prominently featured on The Apprentice tonight.
What's coming up tonight on The Apprentice?
Well, tonight we're doing something. We're going to come up with a singer. The teams are each choosing a singer, and then they're going on to XM Satellite Radio. And it's really a big thing for XM Satellite Radio. They're going on to The Apprentice, and probably we'll get many, many subscribers from it. It's been, if history is any indication, because, as an example, everybody, whether it's Procter & Gamble or General Motors doing a car, they launched a car for Pontiac. And they sold 7,200 cars in 42 minutes. I mean, it was crazy. The only problem is they couldn't make that many. These are minor details.
Two of our favorite guys are on XM Radio, Opie and Anthony. So,
well, that's correct.
Maybe it'll help them.
So they do a big thing for XM Radio tonight, and it's really an interesting show, and it's a really good boardroom at the end.
Thanks,
so we're happy with it, and the show's been doing great.
Thanks for
the acknowledgement.
Right.
He completely blew off the fact that Imus acknowledged us and mentioned us.
And you can hear the guys kind of laughing in the background like, wow, he blew off that.
Yeah, they are. And tonight, The Apprentice... bastard.
I got to talk about me a little
more. Can we get 2 seconds of publicity there, Donald?
Yeah, screw Opie and Anthony. I got to talk about myself a little more. But... still very cool for us, very cool for XM. Mm-hmm. Make sure you watch The Apprentice tomorrow because we'll have all the audio, and I can't wait to goof on ELO.
Yeah.
Because he's all over this episode, I guess.
Dave Douglas.
No, not Dave Douglas.
I just thought I'd blurt his name out.
All right, this is what we'll play. You mention names, and I'll say yes or no.
Yes or no?
Yeah. Dave Douglas, no.
No? You got to give it a little time, though. Let it simmer with the people. Because some people were like, oh, my God, it's Dave Douglas.
All right, how about this? Man, for the new listeners, they missed out. There's a speculation thread on whackbag.com.
It's 8,000 pages long.
It's ridiculous how many posts there are, how many views there are on this subject. Mm-hmm. But Anthony and I will be meeting with an archenemy in the near future. Yes, it is true. This person has signed with XM. Yes, this is true. This person will help XM tremendously. Yes, this is true.
We have battled with this person.
Yes. Will he help our show and this channel? I don't know.
That's what the meeting's all about, I think.
I don't know.
We'll see.
So a lot of people are speculating. Let's just start knocking out names until we know we could officially announce it. Okay?
Well, let me pop up the thread.
Okay.
And I will look at some of the names that people have been speculating.
Okay.
Throwing back and forth.
All right.
And we'll go a little process of elimination.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime now.
I'm looking for the speculation thread. Well, people are speculating. We have somebody coming aboard at XM. An old enemy. Arch enemy, as
yes.
put it.
Yes.
Arch enemy.
We hated this guy big time.
Was he an on-air personality?
Actually, we still hate this guy.
Oh, what? We 20 questions here?
We're not playing questions.
What was that about?
Hey, I'm just
that
trying
would
to
narrow it down
try
tremendously.
to help the show.
Certainly would. Here we are.
All right.
I'll just chill out during this segment.
Why?
Because the listeners are always so helpful, and they like to log on and go to the same message boards and web pages that we're trying to get to.
Right.
It slows it down. They're so fucking helpful. All right, let me look at some of these. Dave Douglas already said.
All right, hold on. You only get 2 more.
So only 2 more.
So you blew it. Yeah, and you're trying to help out Whackbag so they could figure this out on their own. I would like them to figure this out on their own.
Well, there's a poll up.
All right, don't even pay attention to the poll. Just get some of the big names that have been mentioned on the speculation thread. You get 2 more.
2 more.
2 more. So Dave Douglas is out, obviously.
Yeah, Dave is out.
Okay.
All right. Who's? Oh, Ben's writing. Is it a joke?
Most likely announce tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Why?
Not today.
John Manelli's waiting for my phone call.
Not today.
Not today. Why?
So I was told.
And then there are people that aren't arch enemies that they've speculated about.
All right, be careful, Anthony. You only get 2 more that we can knock off the list.
God.
Only 2 more.
Would that be a team?
Oh, we can knock off the D&M, no problem.
Yeah.
A lot of people thought we were
Don and Mike.
A lot of people thought we were going to meet with Don and Mike. Wrong-o.
Ain't gonna happen.
Never.
It's not Don and Mike. I know that DCR TV.
Yeah.
That website has been speculating.
Yeah.
And actually brought up the fact that we had mentioned an enemy and the show and the XM and tied Don and Mike into that. No. It is not Don and Mike.
I came to a realization this week, by the way, about this whole satellite radio thing. For most of the people in commercial radio, they're fucked. They're not coming aboard.
Yeah.
XM will not be hiring traditional radio shows for the most part. That's not the direction they're going in.
No.
They're reinventing radio, basically. And they're not going to just get guys that were sort of successful in commercial radio and bring them aboard. This is much bigger than that. And it's just not going to happen. Some will slip through the cracks, I'm sure. But in general, there's so many people out there hoping that they're going to get the call to come to satellite radio. No.
Yeah.
It's not about that. So you have 1 more, Anthony.
I have 1 more, but their speculation has been so bad. Well, like I'm just gonna say Ken Stevens. That wasn't, but he wasn't an enemy.
Is that one? Is that who you want?
No, that is not. I am not using that as one of them.
You sure?
Because it's ridiculous to even speculate.
Are you sure?
Whoever put Ken Stevens in the speculation thing is retarded.
Our old boss, he was never an enemy.
Always a good friend.
He believed in us so much that he went down with the ship
right up to the end. The guy was a friend.
That's right.
A friend to the end.
He was the last one to jump into those icy waters.
All right, I'll use this one.
Uh-oh.
Al Dukes. Al Dukes, a lot of speculation. If Al Dukes, the former fuck-up of WNEW and present fuck-up of Infinity Broadcasting.
No, it will not be Al Dukes.
It will not be
I have
Al
absolutely
Dukes.
No respect for Al Dukes, who, by the way, I heard was moved up to assistant program director of K-Rock here in New York.
K-Rock in New York. This guy...
And he's going to be the executive producer of the David Lee Roth show?
Yeah. This is what Infinity Broadcasting is all about. People like Al Dukes skyrocket through management.
Through corporate.
And smart people, creative people. Show them the door. So it's not Al Dukes.
No. So
it's
there you
not
go.
Dave Douglas.
No.
It's not Don and Mike.
No, absolutely
Cross those
not.
off your speculation list.
And enjoy until tomorrow, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
We'll finally announce it tomorrow, I guess. I don't know.
Right.
All right. Sorry to bore you, Bill. Let's bring the homeless lady in. Keith the cop.
Right. Keith, you could sit over here, please.
Yeah, Keith the cop. Let me set the scene here. Keith the cop.
Can I sit over there?
You could,
Yes.
sure. I think we're
Can I
close
have
enough
as
now
much
that you can
distance
sit
between
in
me
the
and
special
homeless pussy
seat.
All right.
as humanly possible.
Keith the cop's in charge of getting the participants for the homeless shopping spree, Anthony.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to be bringing in a homeless person once a week, and then we try them out and see if they're good enough for the homeless shopping spree.
Mm-hmm.
That will happen in when are we going to do this? Mid-December?
Yeah, I think it's the last Thursday before Christmas.
The last Thursday before Christmas. Yeah, I guess the malls will be pretty packed at that point. That's a good idea.
One.
What?
Yeah, that's a good one.
What?
That's a good speculation right there.
What?
It's a name that's on there. Arch enemy, completely hated and despised by both of us.
Yeah.
Pretty much dropped off the face of the earth.
Yeah.
And probably is available. For employment.
Yeah.
Paul Mercurio.
And
you want to write it down?
And it's absolutely not him.
All right, write it down.
But
It's like the
right?
No.
But what a great bit of speculation that is, because it fits the whole criteria.
I guess.
No.
He's too busy hobnobbing with all the big celebrities, though.
Is that what's going on? I haven't even heard his name being dropped in any circles.
That's what his life's all about. So the homeless shopping spree will happen the last Thursday before Christmas. Okay, and we're trying out the homeless people leading up to the big event. We'll announce them all hopefully in the near future, so people could prepare and hang out with us that day. And I think that day we're going to broadcast in the afternoon, do the whole thing, right? Right.
I have no idea what you were talking about.
The homeless shopping
don't worry
spree.
About it. No, yeah.
And the homeless people will get about $202 each, and it's going to be just a great day for everybody. By the way, getting lots of email. People want to know where Grey Wolf is.
Haven't seen him.
Wow,
Been,
really?
Looking around for him.
We want to make him a big rock star.
That guy is right on the bubble. He can be a big star with his music.
Yeah, I look for him every day. Haven't seen him.
Get him and Drew Boogie together in a studio. Gold.
Huh? I see Grey Wolf around the area of Madison Square Garden selling flutes all the time.
Selling flutes?
He sells flutes with a couple other Indian guys in the 30s on about 7th Avenue.
Well, let's get him in here.
Yeah.
Everyone's talking about that damn Shelter Me song that he sang about Tippy Tom.
I'm working on it.
Next time.
All right, we've got to get Grey Wolf back in here. All right, let's get this homeless woman in. Keith, you're going to want to move over, too.
Nice. Little buffer.
All right, so if you weren't listening earlier, we got a very good idea for Bill. Good old crazy Bill, not Bill Burr, crazy Bill, and this homeless woman.
Here she is.
Uh-oh, what's wrong?
What's your name?
Donna.
Donna.
Donna. Hey, Donna.
Hi.
How are you?
All right. I'm a horse right now.
You're what?
I'm a horse.
Your horse?
Yeah, my throat.
What? Why is that?
Because my throat is all messed up.
What happened? Oh, great.
Thanks, Keith. Thanks.
What happened? I'll be taking next week off. I can see the future. Oh, no. Great. Thanks, Keith.
Oh, God.
What happened to your throat?
What happened was...
Yeah.
I was in Madison Square Garden.
Mm-hmm.
Was there for the other day. We had all these country singers for the awards.
The Country Music Awards.
Right.
Yeah.
The Crackers.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God.
Yeah, the goddamn Cracker-ass Cracker Awards is what that is. Bunch of cowboy hats.
There's a lot of racism in the Country Music Association.
Oh, really?
I almost about to faint on all them damn people.
Mm-hmm.
I almost faint.
Why?
Huh?
Why? Were you excited to see the country stars?
Oh, hell yeah.
Really?
Hell yeah, no doubt about it.
You don't seem like a country star
Honey,
fan.
I'm a rock, hip-hop, rap, whatever.
A little bit of everything.
I listen to every bit of it.
What do you listen on?
I'm a 98 Kiss FM.
Kiss FM, huh?
So, did you have a good seat at the awards?
I know. I didn't go in, but we was out in the other side because they had a red carpet.
Yeah.
All this limousine
Yeah.
and all this kind of stuff.
Mhm.
It was good.
Oh, so you were a spectator on the street there, right?
Yeah, I was a spectator.
Watching the limos pull up.
Oh, yeah.
That sounds like fun.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Hell
Sounds like
yeah.
fun.
And this nigga was standing right and moving around, moving around. I stay in motherfucking spot, motherfucker.
You're in my way, right?
Yeah.
God
And
damn.
everybody taking all this fucking pictures, all that kind of shit. And this and that. I say, ain't this a fucking goddamn?
Ain't it, though?
Ain't this a fucking goddamn?
I hear you.
Couldn't agree more,
Ain't
man.
this a shit?
I hear you.
Ain't this a
Now,
shit.
Donna, I want to get into you a little bit here. What happened in your life that left you out on the streets?
Well, what happened was, I'm a hard-headed bitch, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I raised up a nice family home.
All right.
Excuse me.
You're a little phlegmy. Want to throw that can over here?
Once again, thanks,
We'll
Keith.
just disinfect the studio because the coughing. You know.
Excuse me, okay.
I like it to be germ-free.
Okay.
Anthony,
Okay.
very selfish with your germ barrier.
Oh, God damn.
Sprayed it right around
Hey,
himself.
all over the
Why don't you help
Raise
a brother
the
out?
shield.
Help a brother out, man.
Raise the shield.
He goes,
I don't believe
you got to
this.
disinfect this area.
Oh, my God.
It was a half circle about 6 inches around his body.
I know,
You're
because
coughing.
Because I was screaming out there. And
What kind of stuff were you screaming at the country
If she's
music
talking, someone
people?
should just be holding this
Because
down.
I love all my hot-ass motherfucking men. Please.
Curtain.
Yeah, who's the one you like the most?
Who I like?
Garth Brooks?
Garth Brooks.
Garth.
Yeah.
Kenny Loggins.
Kenny Loggins?
And John
Janae
Jovi.
Ramsey? What?
John Bon
Oh,
Jovi.
Bon John Jovi.
Yeah.
He was down there.
Hell yeah.
John Bon Jovi was down there?
Yeah.
How about Kenny Rogers?
Kenny Rogers wasn't there. If I would see him, I would not every fucking mustache off his black ass.
Why does he, wow, I didn't know. Why do you have a problem with Kenny Rogers?
Because
Seems
he
nice enough.
wasn't around. I was listening to all his songs.
Yeah.
I said, when the... And it stopped. I don't know what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did you ever eat his chicken? He makes a good chicken.
Yeah, Kenny Rogers roaster, right?
All right, let's get back into like Anthony was.
Yeah, what
starting.
happened now that left you out on the street? You said you're hard-headed. You were raised in a nice family, you said?
Nice family home
Uh-huh. Where?
in Lisbon, New Jersey.
New Jersey, okay.
And my parents loved the hell out of me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they give me ass whooping. Excuse my language. They give me ass whooping. Every time I do something, they lay my ass out.
Uh-huh.
So I wasn't doing that shit no more. So when I was going to school and this and that y'all thing.
Uh-huh.
And then I turned 18, I got pregnant.
Uh-oh.
Pregnant. By who?
Pregnant at 18.
One of my son's father.
One of her son's
Holy
fathers.
shit.
Yeah,
Right.
one of my son's father.
Yeah. How many kids do you have?
I got two.
You got two? And how old are they now?
My oldest one is 14,
Right.
and my other one is a year and a half.
A year and a half? And now you're on the street. Where do they stay?
They stay with my family members.
Oh, with your grandma or something? Or
My
with their
grandmother
grandma?
with my sister.
How come you don't stay with one of your family members?
Yeah, why not?
No,
They don't,
I don't like they fucking games.
Oh, that's you
Games.
being the hard-headed.
Right, because I will do
Hard-headed
the
bitch,
hell.
yeah.
I do the hell I want to do.
Yeah,
Fuck them games,
Them.
roof,
Fuck them. I'm going to the
walls,
bus station.
And you
doors,
goddamn
those
right.
fucking games, fuck that,
Climate
bed.
control.
Exactly.
Yeah. I hate them games, too.
Showers, fuck.
Fuck them games.
Hell yeah.
Fireplace, dimmers.
Shit.
Right.
Uh-huh.
So now you're 18. You
No,
get
I'm
pregnant.
33. Yeah.
And they throw you out?
No, they kept my ass home.
So how did you end up on the street is what I'm trying to...
Because
And who-
I choose the life I want to live.
But who got you knocked up? Was it a boyfriend at the time?
No, I did. I want to decide to do the hell I want to do.
You decided you wanted to get knocked up at 18?
Mhm.
And who was the guy?
Cameron Ford. I tried to look for his ass. I couldn't find his ass.
Nah, huh? Wow.
And then I went back on it. I went left home and this and that other thing.
It seems like you got into maybe because I know a lot of people, especially younger people that are not with their families on the streets. They get into things like drugs.
You got something in your tooth?
I got a toothache. Excuse me.
You got a toothache?
He was really digging in there.
You got a dental plan?
And it hurt.
Some of them games like dental insurance.
Yeah, fuck that, man.
Put ice right here.
What happened? Toothache.
Yeah, I got a toothache and it's killing me.
Got a dentist upstairs. Maybe we'll take you up there.
What?
She just pulled the bird flu out of her teeth.
Oh, shit, man.
No
Come
bird
on, man.
flu, motherfucker.
Oh, damn. You make it hot.
God damn, Opie.
Shit, man.
Crack-ass cracker.
Yeah, you got more. You got Demerol, you got lighter, you got this.
Demerol?
I got some stuff.
You got ganja.
Maybe ganja, maybe smoke a little.
What's your poison?
Yeah, what do you like?
What's your poison?
My poison? Everything I put my fucking hands on.
What? Oh, yeah?
What is
See, now that's what I was getting at you. Anything she would get her fucking hands on.
Right.
That's what I'm getting at. You get kicked out, or you don't get kicked out, but when you're homeless, a lot of people fall into drugs. And you kind of, and that might have kept you out on the street now, right? You're addicted?
Mm-hmm.
What do you like? Heroin?
I used to do heroin.
Yeah.
Then I stopped for a while, then I decided to switch up.
And what do you switch to?
Cocaine.
Cocaine, making
That's
a big comeback.
That's so 80s, Coke.
And it's not pure anymore.
This shit is really good.
No, it's not. Rod Stewart admitted recently that the shit ain't as good as it used to be.
Shit, now it's good now.
Yeah, why?
How do you buy your
she
drugs?
Get the good shit.
Yeah, how do you buy your drugs? How do you get your money?
I can't imagine the homeless lady gets the good connection.
I get all what the hell I want for it.
How do you get the money, though? You got to have money to buy the drugs.
Because I sell my ass for it. That's
okay. I got you.
I sell my ass.
You sell your ass. So
the bill idea is starting to make more sense.
So a couple of,
How old were you the first time you sold your ass?
Sell my ass, I was 18.
18.
And this after Kevin Ford?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
By the way, head of the Ford Motor Company.
That's right.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
He had a 2-on-1, him and Lee Iacocca.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
So you sold your ass.
Did you have a pimp? Or did you just walk on the street?
I had a pimp.
How'd you get a pimp?
Huh?
How'd you get a pimp?
I don't even fucking know.
Don't remember?
I don't even
He was the guy who had a little candy for you.
Where were you sitting?
Well,
yeah,
I was in Newark.
Newark? That's a good place to start.
City, man.
And
she was with Russell.
And I hook up with them girls that be out there. I'll be along with them.
Now, wait, you were a little hungry probably. You needed some dope. You needed something.
Well, I said, I want to get on fucking crack. So it was like $10 this, nickel this, nickel down, whatever they want to do.
Uh-huh.
So I said, I might as well do my fucking goddamn thing.
Sell your ass. So you went on the street and what?
Got locked the fuck up.
First night? First fucking night?
What an
this
amateur.
Motherfucking rookie cop came up to me and...
What, was he in uniform? And he go, I suck your dick for $5. Bam, in the cab.
I told him, look, give me fucking $10. Guess what? See this? I'm an undercover cop. I got an undercover cop car. I said, wait a minute. You approached me, and that hurt me on the fucking radio. I got locked up.
Locked the fuck up.
Oh, man.
Damn.
I was hot. I was heated.
Yeah.
So you didn't get to, the first night out, you didn't even get to get laid and get some money.
I ain't get laid or nothing. I was in behind fucking bars.
So now you get out. I want to know the first time where it worked out. What'd you have to do? You suck dick or you get fucked?
I suck and fucking.
Yeah, is that what you did?
Fucking my ass and fucking my coochie.
In your ass, too?
Hell yeah.
Everything.
Hell yeah.
Wherever.
10 and 20 inches long dick.
Open for business, any hole.
Goddamn right. And I got big boobs, honey.
And how much
Let's see your boobs. Let's see the merchandise. Come on. Well, that's not the merchandise. This
is the merchandise, honey.
Oh, there you go. Little wow.
Fucking flapjack.
Whip them out Thursday.
Fucking flapjacks. This is real shit.
That's the real shit, Opie.
Real flappy.
That's the real shit.
There's some flap.
This is real shit
You got
here.
some flap going on.
And
now,
it's
what?
a flappy.
Did anybody ever punch you in your tits?
Honey, they be sucking them like a liquor. I'm like, baby,
Wait,
easy up.
It looked like a gunshot wound on one of them.
Honey, no
What?
gunshot wound.
All right.
Now, what is it?
All right.
What do you get for like blowjob? How much?
$10.
$10?
Yeah.
That's pretty cheap.
What about during like a holiday week?
Holiday week?
You give a discount?
Or is it more money because there's more
I
people in
get
town?
free. I get free.
Well, if someone's
Free
got
charge.
maybe a little coke.
But I ain't got no money. Can you help me out? I said, look, come back talk to me when you have some fucking money, motherfucker, all right?
Yeah, it's only $10.
Where do you go when you're homeless? Where do you go to get fucked in the ass for some cash? Is it behind
in the car,
in the car?
fucking motel.
Motel? Oh, the guy's got to pay though.
Oh,
obviously.
yeah.
All right. You ever see a little bald-headed kid in a Saturn driving around? Or
Hell no, I never see that shit like
no?
that, man.
All right. Thought maybe. he would
I
like
never
your
see
pricing.
that shit,
He
man.
would like your pricing plan. You seem like very discounted.
Yeah.
How much for your ass?
For my ass, $20.
$20 to fuck you in the ass. Wow. And did guys use rubbers or they
Oh,
just
yeah,
pump?
that bad man to use rubbers, because I make sure I carry them motherfuckers
You sure?
around me.
You sure?
Oh, yeah.
Never just say fuck it.
I need that bad.
What if some guy wants to have sex with your ass without a rubber, but he'll give you like $100?
Yeah.
I got to think about that on that one. for a
Yeah,
little
you got to
bit.
think about that.
Think about it a little bit.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
When you were younger and you were in your prime, were your prices a little higher, or have you always been
Well, it always
such a
been
value?
like it always been like $10 or $20. That's all.
it.
That's it.
You should
$10 or
jack your
$20.
prices. You're like undercutting the competition.
Honey, I ain't trying to compare to no. I would compare to me.
She's like rent control.
Rent control,
pussy.
Rent control.
And horny bitch.
You're a horny one,
I
huh?
can't get if I can get many dicks, I want.
Yeah.
But honey, better lay me out and shut my fucking goddamn mouth up.
Hey, you want to make a little money today?
Of course.
All right.
Always into making a little cake.
Now I'm thinking if you give up the back door for $20, we'll give you a 10 spot.
Of course.
Jesus, Opie.
Yeah, what do you get for 30?
Yeah, wow.
Yeah,
30's like a whole night out.
You want
Dinner at Paisanos with E-Rock.
If you want to have like dinner or lobster, I give you more lobster.
Yeah.
Could I be
Maybe a little
you
Cristal?
up and down?
I'll just stick with the crabs, thank you.
What about a night out with some Cristal?
I'll be licking you up and down.
I don't think so.
And you be like, oh. I'm like, oh, goddamn, baby. Oh, yeah, baby. Don't stop, baby.
Yeah, wow.
Do you do any kinky stuff? Any guys come up to you and go, look, they want a little kink?
Oh, yeah, they give them.
Like what?
Yeah.
What have you?
Guys like
Fucking.
yeah.
Sucking.
That's regular stuff. Like
The guys go,
what about
stick
some of
this
the
up my
freaky
ass
things?
or something.
Huh?
Yeah, guys ever want you to stick a finger up their ass or
Oh,
something?
hell no. I ain't doing that shit.
What about?
Well,
That's
got
for
a
the
line.
fucking gay men. I'm not a fucking gay man.
Right.
Okay?
You got to eat with those hands.
Okay?
Right. I hear you.
Okay.
Do they ask you to do any freaky stuff? And
what's the freakiest thing that you walked
do you
away
remember
going,
any
God
freaky stuff?
damn, that was
Freaky?
fucked up.
Like a guy comes up to you and says something crazy, and you're like, what the fuck?
And,
Yeah.
Yeah?
I'm like, yo.
Like what, though?
Like, ooh, you got a nice ass, honey. I sure, of course I do. I got a nice ass. Show me all the rest you got. And I'll shut my ass down, honey. God.
Yeah.
Damn, you got a hot ass.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody be smacking my ass. I say, whoa. Hands off. This is my mother's ass. It ain't yours.
It's your mother's
I can
ass.
spank your ass. Baby, spank me. Oh, baby.
Oh, the guys like to be spanked and shit?
Oh, yeah.
Something like that? Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Does
then,
that cost a little extra?
Huh?
Does that cost extra?
A little.
Yeah, a little
A
bit.
little.
All right, well, we got an idea here.
Yeah, we want. You see Bill over here? This guy over here is named Bill.
Uh-huh.
You ever have a trick like Bill?
You ever seen him before?
I never seen him before.
No.
No.
We like Bill a lot.
How much would you charge Bill to put it in your ass?
Whatever you have.
He's got about, $350? You got about $350 on you?
$3.50.
Oh, hell no.
That's a fucking insult.
Yeah, but you're on the radio, though.
Fucking insult.
This is good advertising. You're on the radio. I'm going to be on 43rd and 8th this weekekend.
Oh, shit.
That's an insult, motherfucker. $3.50 for your mother's ass.
I'm more than that. Okay?
Right.
I'm more.
All right, let's negotiate a little bit. Do we want to see?
But does he look like the kind of guy that would approach you? What's the average guy that you have sex with for money? What does he look like?
Any type, black or white, American or whoever.
Really?
As long as you got some fucking money in your damn ass pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
I hear you. There you go.
Well,
so
we got a few bucks on us.
So like
right there.
All right. Here's what we want to do.
Okay.
What if Bill here wants to have you lay back over there on that?
Oh, what?
Not on our Liberator. We're gonna have to throw it out.
Do I sit on it? Fair.
Shit.
Lay back on the Liberator. Lay back, right, and then pull down. What are you wearing? Pants?
I got jeans.
Pull down your jeans. You wearing panties on?
I ain't got no panties on.
Ain't no panties.
When was the last time you showered?
Oh, boy, yeah.
Long time ago? Long time. What do you got?
Oh, shit. No.
Do you clean up?
Don't make me do it, man. Oh, man.
Donna.
I see you making me panic, man.
No. Do you clean up, though? What do you go? Like a restroom or something and just freshen up a little bit?
When was the last time you saw soap?
I see soap every
In the restroom.
In the restroom, motherfucker.
But you haven't showered since when? Seriously.
It's been a while for a shower.
Well, a while, because I be running around and
she's
Russian
busy.
roulette and all this kind of shit.
She's got shit to do.
How long, though? How many weeks? Months? Is it months since you've seen a shower?
A couple months.
Donna, what? Now, after sex, after you have sex with a guy, what do you do to clean up the area down there a little bit?
Whatever you got, wash off a tissue, whatever you want.
A tissue or something, dirty sock, wash it off.
Yeah.
Maybe, sock, whatever's down there.
She squats in a puddle.
Oh my God! You make me
we're not gonna make you have any sex. Don't worry about that. We just want one thing.
What?
Our buddy Bill over here wants to have you lay back, right? Take your pants down, and then he's gonna get real close to your snatch, and give a little sniff.
Oh my God!
He's into that.
They're already puking in there.
He's into that.
Someone just ran out of the studio. Dirk just ran out.
What? Yeah. Yeah, about that whole thing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
He's just gonna, because he's into that. He's a freak. He don't want to touch you.
No touching.
He doesn't want to touch you. He don't want you to touch him. He just wants...
see some action.
He wants to see...
Smell the action.
Real up close, though, he wants to see.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to see up close?
How much will that cost us today?
Don't try the sexy thing. Let's just go right to the...
I give you $100 a piece.
No.
Well, what she'll give...
$20 a piece.
Nope.
Wow, she dropped real quick.
No.
$20 a piece.
Nope, get out.
$20 a piece.
Nope.
That's all.
Let's just not even negotiate.
because that might be illegal.
Let's just not even negotiate as far
radio.
as money goes or anything. Let's go.
It's Monopoly money.
Right. That's what we're playing with. Monopoly money.
I'll give you Boardwalk.
I got it right here. Now, I'm thinking we could get this done for a couple of the white bills. Or maybe the blue ones. Nothing over orange, though.
Oh, Jesus Christ, man.
I'm thinking to sit down.
No, don't. Yeah, why don't you just...
To sit
That
down.
just really
Because no one's going to touch you. Right?
Okay.
And you're not going to touch anybody.
I ain't going to touch anybody.
He's just going to, really get close and kind of take a good look.
Uh-huh.
And that's what we're figuring.
Holy cow, really?
That's what we're figuring.
What is that?
But there's no work involved.
What is that? You know what that is.
That's $10.
This is a famous president called Alexander Hamilton.
Now, what is that?
What kind of hookup did he have to get on the money?
Alexander Hamilton?
Yeah.
I believe he's on a denomination
That's
of it.
$50 on that $10.
No,
That's a
not.
tenner.
It ain't no 50.
What
I'll tell
is
you
it?
that.
Dude, you take it in the ass for 20.
Yeah.
You're just laying there.
All right. I will match my my friend's contribution.
Uh-huh.
Can you do the math? Think.
It's $11.
$11.
That's right. She does know me very well.
$11. Now, he's not going to do anything. There's no touching here, mind you.
No. Okay.
He's not going to touch.
Easiest trick you ever turned. You just lay
All right.
there.
Okay.
So now all you got to do is get up,
Okay.
take the pants off, and lay down over there.
That's
okay, hold on.
That's it.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
And we're all good.
All right.
Here we go. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Can I take my shirt off?
Well,
yeah, you might as well just take the whole goddamn thing.
Usually we love when the women take off their shirts.
Pitzer.
Hey,
Very hairy.
Oh,
wow. You're a natural woman, aren't you?
Goddamn.
I've never seen Afro puffs in an armpit.
That's nice. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah, baby.
Look at,
Ooh, yeah. I thought you said you weren't wearing no panties.
I don't.
Oh. I hear you. There she goes. Wow, yeah.
Wow.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, baby.
Oh, my God.
Uh-huh. Nice. That's some sweet chocolate.
Holy mother.
Okay, I don't even think he's got to get close. All right, now if you would, Donna, if you'd lay back on the Liberator.
All right.
Hey, anybody see Harry and the Hendersons?
Yeah, baby.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, baby. Oh, my God.
You sure you're not giving birth right now?
Oh, my God.
Bill, you look a little nervous.
I just want to get this over with.
Now, all right.
Why does it look like she's giving birth to an ABA player?
You got a lot of hair down there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you're hairy down there.
Look at you. You're ready for your beauty shots, I see.
Now, she's being all glamorous down there. She's feeling like a woman.
She looks like
down there.
She looks like Metal Arc Lemon.
That's wonderful. Now, what we need is,
holy crap,
Bill.
We don't even have to do the bit anymore.
Bill.
All right, baby.
Now, Donna. We're gonna need
you to do it.
We're gonna need you to really, when he gets ready, to get a real close look down there. We need you to what they call spread him.
We need you.
You know what that's all about, right?
No, we need her.
Yeah, like that.
Oh, my God.
Just like that. I can't wait to see the video of this. Yeah, baby.
All right, listen.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, get in the birthing
You can smell
position.
her at the fish market.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Holy
This
crap.
is fucking unbelievable.
We don't even have to. All right, wow, look at those socks. They used to be white, right?
Yeah, leave them on. Leave them on.
right.
Yeah, leave
Red,
it.
white.
Leave on it. That's sexy.
No, actually, I think you need to take the socks off.
White, honey.
There you go.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
It's good.
Yeah, they're good. All right.
Hammer toes.
Holy All right. We haven't talked to Crazy Bill. Bill?
Hey, how's it going?
Bill, man. How's it going, man? You're up for this?
Yeah, just tell me when.
All right.
Wait, you might want to get a
Crazy
bucket
Pit.
over there.
Yeah.
Someone place the bucket.
Nah, he's fine.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
See, this is the type of stuff people should be downloading to their iPod, by the way, Anthony.
Right. Now, this is the perfect thing that would be like iPod stuff.
This would be a perfect iPod
download
bit
this.
that you could download to your iPod if you could get that deal done.
All right. Now, Bill, turn around and take a look at the lovely lady here and see what's... Yeah, look at that.
All right. She's in the birthing position.
I'm freezing through my mouth and I can still smell her.
She's spreading them.
Oh, my God.
All right, Bill, walk up now and kneel down right between legs.
Hold on.
Bill, slow and romantic.
Hold on. I want to get...
Please.
Should we get... Someone
What's the matter, Oak?
Someone should get over there to make sure he does it.
Oh, hey, Bill,
Over here.
and keep the mic right by your face because we want to hear, coming out of your nostrils and shit.
Oh, my God.
And now, what's the matter? What's the matter, Bill?
I just want to get this over with.
You are really pale.
Are you real?
Look how white he's getting.
Are you hot?
Bill.
Are you sweating? Oh, you need
Bill.
water or nothing?
He's a little nervous, you know.
You know if you're gonna do this, you gotta do this, right?
I'm doing it.
You can't puss out. Get the
Puss
pail.
out over here.
Get the. Oh, the bucket's closed.
Livestock in here.
All right. Well, here's the deal. Let me set the scene for everybody. What's her name?
Donna.
Donna is completely nude on the Liberator.
Yeah.
She's got her legs spread like she's going to give birth.
Yep.
She
totally.
Like I said, she looks like she's giving birth to an NBA player down there.
Yeah.
That is some muff, girl.
Yeah. Reminds me of Ben Wallace.
It's mini Ben Wallace.
I've never seen a pussy with a headband.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, Bill.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my. Are you ready?
Any last words?
Any last words?
Hey, just tell me when.
All right, get the mic right down there.
Get the mic down there. Get the camera.
We're all going to be
And
quiet
here we go.
now. We're all going to be quiet. Shh.
Should I go from that end over? Because it'll probably be easier.
Yeah, whatever's going to make it.
Just kneel down.
Hold on. We got to get this on tape. This is something that
looks like Lionel Richie.
Eventually will be downloadable to your video iPod.
I think no, he's going for the side. I think he's got to.
No, straight on.
Straight on,
baby. Get on your knees.
You got to go straight on.
Straight on.
Straight on. Get on your knees.
Hey, we haven't talked. Can we mic her a little better? Donna, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Now,
right.
yeah, kind of get your. You got to lay down almost on the front of the Liberator there, Bill. Lay down a little.
Lay down a little.
Yeah.
Donna, don't touch him.
Yeah, he's very shy. He's a shy boy there, Donna. He's shy.
No touching.
Now, kind of lay down on the Liberator in front of her.
There you go.
And just.
All right, this could be good.
Get your face right in there. Yeah.
Your face right in
Get the
there.
mic right down there. Okay. All right. Shh.
Big whip. Big whip.
Oh, he's tearing.
Wow.
He's tearing.
You all right, Bill? You all right? There's no color in his face left. You all right there, Bill?
I'm good.
Wow.
Ta-da.
The aristocrat. You are something, man. Yeah. You are the best intern ever.
Well, he's got to now explain for the audience. Bill?
What's that?
Can I put my clothes back on?
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
It should have been on already.
If we could get that over there. There we go. Yeah, you can put them clothes on. Job well done. Bill, what, if you can please just try to relate to us what that was like?
I wish I knew the proper adjectives to describe this, but it's just rotten, festering.
Yeah.
Like the halls of ABC No Rio just smells like terrible body
Dennis
odor.
Miller now?
Disgusting.
He looks like he looks like he might pass out.
I'm good.
Now, what does it smell like though? Give us something to
old cum.
Oh.
There's a lot of jism in there, just wiped with a tissue, I think. Right? Yeah.
A smell that
McDonald's dumpster.
McDonald's
dumpster.
I never.
Never, right?
Yeah,
absolutely.
I'd be
not.
insulted if I was you,
That's
Donna.
an insult.
That's an answer. You might as well take that back before I knock the living hell out of you.
Yeah.
Oh, you dare.
Yeah. Just in case you didn't hear, he says your pussy smells like a McDonald's dumpster.
No, in a good way.
Pussy ain't smell like McDonald's.
No wonder it's only $10.
Yeah, man, I'd be pissed off.
Wow.
You never something my body for anything.
Yeah.
Okay?
That's right.
Don't even dare something my feelings like that.
No.
What I love
Bill?
this. My mother gave me this.
Yeah, Donna, what do you think it smells like?
Broke it. And you ruined it.
I ain't fucking ruined it.
What do you think it smells like?
She heard you.
Shit.
What?
Every man that want, they love it.
That's right.
They love it.
You ever think they're just saying that?
No, they mean that. Because I'm a worthwhile woman.
We should have had her up with her ass up in the air and sniff the ass.
Well, I was.
God, don't even go.
That's the direction. That's what I wanted. The grand finale, yeah, but I don't know if Bill has it in him.
For what?
Bill, what if she was to just pull her pants down, put her ass up in the air on the Liberator, and then you just sniff that ass?
Oh no!
Just smell
Would it be any different or any?
Yes. Let's see how close you can get to it, and we'll
Smell
bet.
the $20 area.
To the right to the brown eye.
Yeah, that was a $10 area. All right, get naked again. We got more.
All right.
Hold on.
All right.
We got more of that.
You can leave your shirt on.
Yeah, we don't need to see those.
You can leave your shirt on.
And Bill Burr has to be a foot away from me watching.
No, that ain't gonna happen.
Phil, you got to get over there. I agree.
Yeah. Oh wow, Bill's a trooper.
Bill rocks.
He's
man.
gonna have my back in case.
All right. Wow, you can make soup with those panties.
Now, actually, spin the Liberator around so that we could use the Liberator's shape. You see how the kind of thing bubbles there? I want her bent over that thing.
Come on, Anthony. Now you've gone too far.
Well, I'm directing because this has to be done properly. There you go. Spin it around.
By the way, can I make an announcement?
Yeah.
Next time you see Bill out and about at an O&A event, please buy all his liquor for him.
Yeah. Don't make him pay for anything.
Don't make him ever pay for liquor again, because he's taking he's taking it for the team big time.
Donna,
today.
what we need you to do, see how that thing's round? We need you to just lay over it like you were going to be taken in the ass.
I think she knows that position very well, Anthony.
Yeah. Keep your
You're
feet on the
explaining
ground.
that position to her?
No, slide down a little more. Hawk, have her go back more.
Okay.
Go back. Keep going. Right there. There you go.
Okay.
Now, yeah, there you are. Holy shit. All right.
Bill, what's the
now,
problem? Bill Burr?
Do you see your target?
How can you miss it?
Oh, now he's not going to. He's not going to touch you, Donna.
All right.
And you're not going to touch him. He's just going to kind of put his face in there and give a few sniffs. And could you spread your cheeks apart, though, Donna? Like, spread them.
All right,
there you go.
All right, hold on a minute.
Now, hold like that.
Whoa.
Why do you always have to look? For some reason, you just have to look.
All right, listen. Donna. Yeah. Once again, when was the last time you had a shower?
The shower was like months, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know,
months.
And when was the last time you really took care of the back door?
I always care about the back door.
You know,
I always do.
You always take care of it.
I always do.
Phil, does it look like she takes care of the back door?
I always been taking care of the back door.
Bill,
You asshole. I never been letting it go back.
You asshole. Bill,
fuck.
Does it look like...
Rick.
Hold on, Bill needs the mic. Does it look like she takes care of the back door?
No.
He's saying no.
What seems to be...
Oh, God. But the back door looks fully operational.
Right.
Bill,
still in use.
Back to the mic.
Your ass.
Because I refuse to take a glance at that. What is it? What is the problem back there?
Nothing really that I can see through the tears in my eyes.
But she has a lot. Well, you have a lot of ass sex though back there, so it might be a little like stretched.
Does it look like an exploding cigar back there, or an exploded cigar? No. Okay.
They're ready to smell.
All right, let's go. Let's get this over.
Look like Mount St. Helens.
All right, here we go.
All right, now lean over like that. Yeah, spread them apart, but don't fall off. Yeah, spread them cheeks.
Oh my God.
All right, now, hey, could you turn your hat backwards? Could you turn your hat backwards a little bit, Bill? Because so the bill of your hat doesn't. Yeah, there you go. And let's get that nose right, real as close as you can get.
Oh
Closer,
my God.
closer. Oh my God. Closer. You're a good 4 inches away. We need you 1 inch away, Bill.
One more time.
1 inch away. 1 inch away. 1 inch.
Yeah!
Oh my God.
Holy shit!
Woo!
Yeah, he likes that.
Wow. All right, Bill, step up to the mic.
That's fine. Wow, back here. I swear to you.
Yeah.
Back here.
Oh God!
Okay, we'll be back tomorrow with another Opie and Anthony show.
This is the worst.
Holy Jesus Christ! It's like ass.
It's like unwashed ass.
Dude,
wow.
Get the Lysol, get the fans. It is horrific.
Wow, that's some ass.
Holy shit.
Would it just hit you?
Well, when you move into the blast zone, yes.
The blast zone. That's yours, baby. There you go. And now, Bill.
That was a pussy dirty bomb.
What was that all about, Bill?
I slightly actually gagged.
Wow.
Slight
gagged?
It was terrible.
Wow, you got real close.
We got real close.
Is it still like kind of in your nasal
Yeah,
passage?
that's exactly what it is.
It's still in the back of his throat.
Please keep it in here. Don't let nobody out there know.
Right?
Okay.
What goes on?
That would destroy your reputation.
Yeah, don't.
That's a fresh-smelling whore.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Wow. Well, I gotta say, that's something.
Thank you, Christmas
And everyone's
present for
happy,
you.
right?
Yep.
Are
The
you
listeners are happy. They got to hear
you're
some fun
happy?
radio. You're happy because you get, you know.
I'm happy, honey.
And Bill is. Well, sorry, someone's got to lose.
Well, I do live my life a quarter mile at a time, so.
Yeah, there he goes. That's his philosophy, Marty.
Thank you, Bill.
Bill, thank you so much.
Peace be with you.
All right, that was just amazing.
That was amazing.
Donna, you want to do the news for us today?
Oh, come on.
How's your, how much schooling did you get?
Well, I didn't go to 11th grade.
You didn't go to 11th grade?
I did went to 11th grade, then I dropped out.
All right. But you learned how to, reading and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
Have you ever regretted that?
Seemed like a smart move at the time, huh?
Wow.
Come here now.
No,
It stinks in here.
Your ass stinks.
Stinks like your ass and your pussy.
All right, listen.
Oh, it's
Keith,
like-
how about we get Donna out of the studio for now?
Donna, yeah, if you hang out for a little while, and we'll have you do the
If
news.
your people would say it was like, whoa.
Now, where's your hat?
Yeah, take that.
Yeah, I want every...
Yeah, just,
there you go.
Just open the window and throw the Liberator
That's nice.
out the window, please.
What we should have done was left her in here.
And,
And I
is
left.
that off out there? Just so we can,
It smells like hooker, ass, pussy, and Lysol.
Dude, that...
It still stinks.
It's
Just keep
ass.
the door open, please.
It's ass.
Dude, keep the door open.
Yeah, open the door.
What's wrong?
Just, leave that door open for a while. Oh, wow.
Wow, just throw that Liberator out.
What is
seriously.
it like in here when you walk out and then come back in, Danny? Still?
Yeah. You don't realize how bad it is until you actually go and do that.
Yeah.
All right, listen, I see they got the Opie and Anthony hoses. They're going to hose down the studio.
It's they got the Lysol, what is that, disinfectant cloth?
Sanitizing wipes.
Sanitizing wipes. We're going to wipe down the entire area.
Spring
The
waterfall.
headphones, remember
Can
the
I have
headphones?
a couple of those and shove them in my nostrils?
The top of the headphones and
right.
the earmuffs. There goes the Liberator. It's leaving the studio.
We got to say goodbye to the Liberator.
She retired the Liberator.
She retired the Liberator.
You know what you need? You need who are those people? They come in, they clean up after a murder.
A murder, yeah.
They take the little box cutter and they cut out the area.
Cut out the piece of the carpet.
Yeah.
Get the blood stains off the walls.
Yeah. Do we have pictures we could send up on FoundryMusic.com?
Yes.
We have actual pictures? What? She wants the couch? She's screaming and yelling outside the studio.
Just
Why don't we take a break and regroup, Anthony? I think that would be a very, very smart move
Yeah,
here.
and we get the fuck out
That
of the
Bill
studio.
is amazing. The things he does for this program. He is a trooper.
He's still too smooth, though, man. We need a guy that's really going to start hacking and puking.
I'm amazed.
You could have pushed it 2 more times. You would have had vomit.
Oh yeah, we didn't push good enough. We should play the Grey Wolf song going into break because it's like
all right, homeless anthem.
Yeah, it's a nice tie-in. We have Grey Wolf. We're hoping to find for the homeless shopping spree as well.
God,
I'm sitting over here for the rest of the show.
Yeah, you're.
He sang
really
this
welcome to sit there.
unbelievable song as we go to break. This is from a homeless guy. Listen to this, if we have it. We have it now? No? All right, we're just trying
Eric's
to find
almost there.
All right, hold on. You got it? Okay.
Oh, Hawk's got it? Well,
Hit
this
a couple of
go
those
off without a
down
hitch.
there.
This thing is
Boom, boom,
becoming
boom.
huge with the Opie and Anthony listeners. Here it is, Grey Wolf and a song called Shelter Me that he just sang off the cuff. Listen.
Let's see how this comes out. All right?
They're right there.
All right, here we go.
I got to break.
Oh, this is nice. This is a story about a man. And he always was so lonely at night. But his voice was rowdy. You could hear it all through this train station. And I'm going to sing this one. This is about Tippy Toe Tommy.
Let's go while we're young.
It's late at night. And I have nowhere to go. My money's gone and also all my friends. And the cop says to me, hey, you smell bad, get out of here. And he says, Shelter me from the pouring rain. You have homes. This is my life. I'm living with so much pain. Shelter me from the pouring rain. You have homes. This is my life. I'm living with so much pain. That's just a little piece.
The Opie and Anthony virus. Get infected.
I get pulled over a lot.
In New York?
Yeah. I speed. I pay no attention to rules, to signs, to things. I go point A, point B. I'm getting there. I don't care what I got to do.
I find that New York City cops don't pull you over often.
They don't a lot, but some of the shit I do is really stupid. Like, I'll drive on a fucking sidewalk. I've done it.
In the city?
Yeah. Yeah, I was going through Queens just the other day. I got over the bridge, and I'm trying to get onto the road that goes to the entrance ramp to the expressway. And the tractor-trailer decided he's going to try to turn from under the expressway overpass in Queens and couldn't make the turn. Now he can't back up because there's cars that were right on the truck's ass.
Right.
The truck is stuck, blocking every lane of traffic. The car's trying to get to the expressway.
What'd you do?
I looked. I saw there was one parking space open that revealed the curb and the sidewalk to me. So I popped the curb.
I've been in the car with Anthony. I've seen him take the curb many times.
And I drove on the sidewalk for about, I don't know, about a block until I could get around the truck back onto the road. But then I had to find another open parking space to get back onto the street, and that took me a little further than the truck. So I'm just driving down the sidewalk. Then I pop back on, and that's it.
You know, somebody knows about Anthony, like, over these few years I've known you guys.
Yeah.
You see pictures of you guys. Anthony looks like a disturbed guy, like, you know, like one of these sociopaths, right? Yeah. But you know what? He's really an outraged white guy. Like, I never realized. It was one day I came in, he was complaining about computers and no one was customer servicing him.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and to this story, you're just like an outraged.
You're right.
I shouldn't have to. Officer, I'm driving. How dare you? Anthony, I am outraged.
You are right. I am an outraged white guy.
You are really.
And I don't even look the part. You're right.
Entitled guy. I didn't realize. Like, you look like Anthony, let's go, man. Let's get out. Let's rob this bank real quick. Come on. Why would you?
I have my assets are in this very establishment, Patrice. Why would I want to disturb?
That really was an entitled story. I drove up on the sidewalk.
Oh, yeah.
Because he qualified it with the tractor trailer blocking up progress.
I have things to do, people to see.
I pay you taxes to widen the highway. This should be more highway and not sidewalk. Why?
You are so fucking right. Oh, my God, he is right.
He looks nuts.
Yeah, I look like a lunatic.
You
You're right.
like you're entitled to.
You're right.
On the sidewalk.
Little Purell. I haven't touched anything, but I don't know. I want to take a bath in Purell. There it is. Ooh.
That was a lot of fun. I want to thank Keith, the cop, for bringing Donna in today, the homeless woman. I think she passed the audition. She will be part of the homeless shopping spree now, right?
Great. Yeah, I was in the bathroom. What happened with it? Everything went well?
Everything went well.
Yeah.
Keith, the cop, yes.
Bill came in and Keith was sitting in the chair that's way over here on my side. And Bill just comes in and sees Keith in his seat and just goes, like he's taking that one for the rest of... You want some Purell hand sanitizer?
Yeah. I'm going to go home.
Yeah.
I didn't sign up for this. Just wanted to hype my gig at Rascals next weekend at Thanksgiving. I didn't want... You know what's fucking amazing? You have to look.
Yeah, you look.
Know, why do you look?
Mm-hmm. Why?
It's I think you're trying to up like your threshold.
Yeah, the only way you can is by seeing
less
like
pain in your life.
Yeah, you want to help that immunity thing.
Yeah, you're pretty much now you can go to war.
That's right,
and it wouldn't bother you. You know,
now you
know what amazes me?
Now you can drink the water in Mexico. See, you got a tolerance now.
Is the self-esteem, at least how they put it out? It's like you have like those supermodels. Like I look in the mirror and I don't like what I see. We're all sitting here covering our noses because of the smell of her crotch. And she's I know I look good, baby.
This is a fine piece of hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, we guys paid for this.
Look at this.
You love it once you got in it.
Oh, God. Who is having sex with her? Who is doing it?
Tippy Tom.
Is it? Like people like...
I'll tell you, worse guys in committed relationships.
Oh, yeah, ladies.
Too afraid to bring up some freaky shit that they want to do, and then they go down to
I don't know.
Stink pussy.
I think that's on a whole level we just don't understand.
You think there's just like
right,
homeless rape going on, and
anybody would
trade you for a fucking beer?
Yeah, anyone with the backwash of a 40 ounce.
Yeah,
you know,
it's gonna be able to stick it in.
So
I would think, how bad would you have to smell that when you got with her, you didn't notice, or?
But I could see like a homeless guy, right? He's walking around. He's got like some beer. He goes, hey, you want some beer? Pull your pants down. You jabber. You don't care. You stink. She stinks. Everyone stinks. Homeless guys, it's easier for homeless to get laid than a lot of guys out there.
But here's the deal, the obvious thing. Are the homeless immune to the smell factor?
Yeah, like
if
they
you take the
stink
smell
to other
out
people?
of it, I'm sure
is
you're
it the
getting
fart?
laid.
Is the fart like the fart thing? You know how your own don't bother you, but someone else's?
Or if you have bad breath, you can't tell.
Right, you can't tell, things like that.
If the homeless can't smell, then it takes that out of the equation, then it's probably not as bad.
Then it's just,
It's a great situation.
Yeah.
I can't imagine.
When are we moving in together?
Right.
That whole thing is over.
Your place or mine.
Yeah, because with how Blue smelled last week, and we smelled Tippy Tom so much, you can't imagine that either one of them would be repulsed by the smell of a dirty snatch like that.
Yeah.
All right, so Keith will be bringing another homeless person to the studios next week.
I can't wait.
One a week leading up to the homeless shopping spree.
Yeah.
He never disappoints, though.
No, and I tell you, you haven't even scratched the surface on her life. I mean, we only got to 18. She's got a lot of stories. On 3 trains, I got a hell of a lot more information.
What was the one thing about the brother?
Oh, yeah, you didn't even ask her about that yet. No. That's a good story.
All right, we'll bring her back in a little while. Maybe interview her a little bit so we can get the good stuff out of her, because we're running out of show. All right? And she's picking her teeth out there.
She got a toothache.
Look at this is like a crime scene over there. It's like,
things have been cleaned up. Like,
police tape.
There's police tape. They roped off the area.
And look at what the headphones say, Ben, on them, because the Ben's headphones. Ben came in and put down the word of Ben, that those headphones will never, ever be used again. We need separate headphones that are just for these
homeless
occasions.
Headphones.
Homeless headphones.
Well, there they are.
Now,
just write homeless headphones on those.
And we'll get new ones for Ben.
Let's go to Todd in Houston. Todd?
Yeah, guys, I just wanted to say thanks for making me throw up just then. I was eating a cherry jelly donut when I turned on my car and just,
I got to tell you something. If you haven't thrown up listening to this show yet, then you're not a true fan of the program.
Well, I'm a pretty new listener, but that was bad.
All right, we're gonna bring a little the cringe back to the show. I think just a little bit here and there.
Taste.
Little taste every once in a while.
Question: does Bill ever say no to anything you guys ask him to do? No. The guy he's consistently done everything we've asked of him.
Yeah, he's
amazing.
Let's go to Tom in Michigan. Tom.
Morning, boys.
Morning.
I'm driving to an appointment, and I got that lump in my throat where I have to keep swallowing to make sure I don't throw up, and the slow breathing just to be able to make sure, because we got some snow up here. I'm trying to stay on the road, and I almost had to pull over. That was nasty, the way you guys are describing that.
Yeah. Real bad.
All right, Tom, thank you.
Thanks.
Let's go to Rick in Minnesota. Rick. People puking all over the country today. Go ahead, Rick.
Yeah, just sitting here trying to eat my steel-cut oatmeal. And, man, the pictures that were running through my mind. But, hey, man, I got a good idea. You guys should toss that Liberator down onto the sidewalk and see if anybody picks it up.
That's a great idea. We're doing that bit tomorrow, so...
That'd be a perfect thing, man. Have her just rubber snatch all over it first.
Yeah, maybe we'll add that to the sidewalk bit tomorrow. Thank you, sir.
No problem.
All right, let's say hi to Larry in New Jersey. Larry.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, Larry.
I was laughing so hard I threw up. I swear to God, my 7-Eleven buttered roll just fell right out my mouth. I was like vomiting.
Awesome.
Funny stuff. This whole week, I've been. I normally take the train into the city. I've been driving in because I cannot stop listening to your show.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Larry.
New thread on the message board. Is Ant getting sick of Bill Burr?
Yes.
Ant and Bill seem to have been throwing the F-bomb at each other almost on a daily basis this week. Is there an Opie and Jimmy war of words brewing between Ant and Bill? We'll tell you at 11. And I just figured I'd get the speculation going. I posted, fuck Bill Burr, he's a cunt, fuck him in his fucking ass.
Yeah, there's something going on between you two. You're not willing to admit it, but...
I love Bill. I think he's great.
Yeah, no, I see it, though. You're not fooling anybody.
There's,
like I said, I hung out with Patrice, man.
There's real hatred here.
You got to do better than that.
There's real hatred here.
This page one
hatred.
Psychological warfare that you...
It doesn't, yeah.
It really doesn't. No.
Chris the Trucker. Chris?
Hey, this is Chris from California.
Yeah.
I swear, Psycho Bill rocks. He is the best. He can do no wrong.
You know, I got to tell you, I wasn't sure how this plays out. You know, because Bill's reactions aren't that great. But now I'm thinking that's what makes it so good. Mm-hmm. That Bill will do whatever we say.
He'll do anything.
And he's bothered by it, but he's not puking and freaking out like you expect him to.
He's superhuman.
All right. Thanks, Chris.
He's that guy that if you went into school and you had an M80 and you wanted to flush it down the toilet and blow the whole thing up, but didn't have the balls to do it, he's the guy you give it to. Well, you go, Bill, could you light this and flush it down the toilet? Oh, yeah, you got it.
And then when he gets caught, he wouldn't rat anybody out.
No, he wouldn't rat you out. He's like the perfect criminal guy and perfect lunatic.
I got it, though. It just hit me.
Yeah.
Make Bill puke. So far,
I give up.
So far,
dude, look at what he did.
So far, what has he done?
You had him. 2 more sniffs of that ass.
2 more sniffs? Yeah, a little closer.
A little close, right?
Yeah.
He smelled Big A's breath.
Yeah.
That made him wobble a little bit.
A little woozy.
He's like a fighter. He's never been down.
Yeah, never been knocked down. His knees are getting a little shaky, but no, he's back. He's back.
He smelled Stalker Patty's armpits?
Armpits, yeah.
What else? There was a third.
Voss's ear.
Voss's ear, which has made many people puke. I've seen it myself.
Yeah.
And now he has smelled...
Donna's homeless Donna's asshole.
Rotting ass.
I'm thinking maybe something with Sandy Kane would get him.
I don't know. We got to think.
Although even Sandy probably has showered more often than a month. This woman hasn't showered in months. She has sex with men. You know she's not using the condom. That's bullshit. It's just like the cleanup maybe with a napkin from a convenience store or something. And that is just festering in there. And he took a huge whiff of it 1 inch away from her asshole.
Yeah.
What else are you going to get?
Roadkill.
The smell of dead animal?
Yeah, but
that was the smell of dead.
Well, we have to do that outside the studio somewhere.
Yeah, because then I'll be puking.
Very early in the morning, outside on the sidewalk. A listener that's got to just really take one for the team. Maybe in a cooler. Drives up.
Just
Bill smells. See if that knocks him down. And then drives off with the damn cooler.
Bill puke.
Yeah, that's the new bit.
Whoever makes Bill puke wins some sort of something.
A great prize.
As long as it's legal.
And I'm adding a lot to this.
Well, no, I like it.
Win something.
You get something.
Bill,
I don't want to commit to giving anything away, so I'll just say something good.
You're onto something. You show up at the studio very early in the morning with something you think will make Bill puke. Mm-hmm. Then we send Bill down there, and we'll see what happens.
And if we do it across the street in front of the janitor.
Yeah, exactly.
So if he does puke, it's on the sidewalk.
No, yeah, whatever it is, we turn the bucket over and we leave it on the sidewalk.
No matter what stinky thing it is, we leave it there.
Perfect. And then we're up here like a couple of snipers with the bullhorns.
Screaming, how you like us now? How you like us now?
Get a good whiff.
Well, we'll see if that bit develops, but the new bit is Make Bill Puke. Let's say hi to John on Long Island. John.
Clean it up, you fuck.
John.
How you doing?
Good.
I was just wondering, how can you didn't take a peek, Opie, and check out her taint to guess her age?
Yeah, I lost that talent. The 2 years off, I lost that one fine talent I had.
You could have renewed it.
Oh, come on, Ove. I think you could
No, I
see
lost
how
the
old
talent.
she
I
is
really...
by her taint.
I lost that talent.
Things,
I mean, if you want, I could give it a shot. But...
I don't want that
but you
asshole exposed in the studio again.
You would have needed a machete to get to the roughage.
To get to the tape.
The roughage. What is she bitching about?
She's mad at you, Opie.
Why?
Yeah, she's mad at you.
Is she eating something? She's got a fork.
No, she's drinking beers and stuff. We don't even have alcohol.
She's picking her
here.
teeth with a plastic fork.
I see that.
That's the dentistry of the homeless, the fork.
And she had a beer on her because all of a sudden I thought she was drinking water.
Tooth cleaning?
Yeah, it's a tooth cleaning.
Not teeth cleaning, a tooth cleaning.
Tooth cleaning. She is. She's poking at her gums with a plastic fork.
That's great. All right, let's say hi to Joe in Nebraska. Joe.
Great. How we doing, O&A?
All right, Joe.
Hey, first-time caller, first-time listener. I just got my XM last week. I want to say you guys rock.
Last week, you have missed so much.
Yeah, we're going to do the best bits we've done since coming to XM at the end of the year. You might want to listen to that special.
Yeah, that'll catch you up.
That'll catch you up with big time.
I'm going to listen every day.
All right, why did you get XM?
Because I drive trucks and I'm tired of listening to the fucking radio.
Right, so someone else turned you on to it?
Yeah, my dad turned me on to it.
And what was the selling pitch? They got Major League Baseball.
Just 100 channels, and you can listen to it all the way across America.
And how did you find us?
What's that?
How did you find us?
Just cruising around, just checking all the different channels, and I come across this talk channel, and it was you guys.
And you're hooked already? He's already hooked after
I love it. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Joe.
Keep it up, O&A.
All right. God, he has no idea what he's missed.
He's missed so much.
So much, Anthony. So much. All right. Hey, we got the Fat Suit audio from the Today Show.
Oh, we're going into this again.
The third installment of the Fat Suit bit. If you weren't listening earlier, Tyra Banks started this whole new craze. Get dressed up in a fat suit that doesn't look believable, go out on the streets of New York, people comment because you look horrific because it doesn't look real, and then you take it as real information and bullshit your way through a talk show on TV.
You got to be a super hot supermodel, something like that, get in a fat suit.
Right.
Doesn't work if you're an average girl, because then when you take the fat suit off and you walk around, you won't notice a big contrast. Because like we said earlier, most people are treated like this in New York City. It's just the nature of New York City.
So Tyra did it, then E.T. did it, now the Today Show did it this morning. The exact same bit, all within a week. All getting the hot model to get the fat suit on and walk around. So let's listen to some audio here.
Rebecca Mader is a Ford model and an actress living in New York City. The 27-year-old beauty who turns heads on the street makes a living, at least in part, from her looks. In the pages of magazines and screens, big and small.
My mom says hi.
But how would people react to her? How would her life change if her body were twice as big?
I think it's pathetic how in this day and age we still judge people by how much they weigh. I mean, it's just ridiculous. There's so much more important things to think about.
What would it feel like to be a woman weighing nearly 300 pounds? Rebecca decided to take our challenge.
All right. We're not laughing at that clip, trust me. This whole Make Bill Puke bit is taking on a life of its own. When does Bill come in here, by the way? Because I don't want people showing up when Bill's not here.
He's here every day but Tuesday.
Every day but Tuesday, Bill is here.
Every day but Tuesday.
Every day but
like every day.
Every day but Tuesday. Bruce from Montreal has a great idea. Bruce?
Hey, boys, how are you?
Hey,
pretty good.
Good.
I would love to hear Bill wash Tippy Tom's underwear by hand.
Yeah, remember when Tippy Tom was in here? He's another homeless guy, and he went to take a dump, and for some reason, I guess some of the geniuses on this very program decided videotaping that was a good idea.
Yeah.
And noticed that his underwear
was gray,
green, and brown.
Yeah.
The skid mark in it wasn't even a skid mark. It was like a tread of a tire. Up the whole thing. It was that wide and thick and just everything in there. And it was disgusting.
It was beyond.
To even think of having it near you would make you puke. Never mind touching it, having to wash it by hand.
He had a studded tire in the crotch of his underwear.
No tire. Disgusting. Wow, that's a great suggestion.
We're going to write it down, Bruce. Thank you.
Cheers, boys. Bye-bye.
All right. That is funny. Holy crap. Okay, so there's the intro to the Today Show fat suit bit. Hot model, getting fat.
Yeah, what does she now come to the conclusion of? It's the same bit, isn't it?
Well, let's see what happens. Let's go to the next clip here.
Previously, we had sent Rebecca to a crowded restaurant for lunch without a reservation.
About 5 minutes.
5 minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's quite romantic.
Ooh, thank you. You gave us the best seat in the house.
But when she returned this time, again without a reservation...
How long for a table for two?
About half an hour right now.
Really?
Maybe 40 minutes.
I couldn't stay in there. That was a completely different experience to last week. The guy was really weird and cold and unfriendly and basically said it was like 30 to 40 minutes for a table. I felt really uncomfortable. I felt like everybody was staring at me and that I was completely in the way.
Oh, my God.
What is it, the exact...
Stinks.
Is it the exact same scenario every time you walk into a restaurant?
Same day, same minute. Yeah, one day you can walk into a restaurant with no reservations and they'll seat you. That's happened to me. Reservation? No. All right, here, come this way. Other times you walk in and, hey, it's a half hour. It's 40 minutes. This is just life. What is she talking about? Because she was in the fat suit, she's saying, is why she was told 40 minutes.
Yeah.
How about if the guy turned and said, hey, you fat-ass bitch, leave my restaurant. Then she might have a point.
We don't serve your kind
We
here.
don't serve your fat-ass kind.
Or the next time she goes into one of these restaurants as that hot model and they're willing to give her a table right away, go, no, I don't want to. I want to wait.
Yeah.
The only reason you're giving me the table is because I'm a hot piece of ass.
Have a fat woman waiting outside. Go in, get the table, and go, oh, by the way, it's not for me, it's for her. And then if he turns her away, now you got a point. This is nothing.
Once again, nothing.
When Rebecca first visited some popular stores on New York's Upper East Side, she had help from multiple salespeople. When she returned, she got a few glances from shoppers, but very little attention from the sales personnel.
What is the largest size you carry?
I think it's a 12. I always like to ask someone that.
Yeah, please. Honestly, I feel like I don't exist sometimes, which is really weird. People are just looking straight through me, like I'm not even there.
Yeah, see, as a model, that's what it's like to be a human fucking being. You walk around, people really don't pay attention to you. These fucking models are so pampered and attended to and looked at and gawked at on a daily basis that this stupid bitch doesn't understand that a normal human in life, the way 99.999% of the world walks around on a daily basis.
You make a great point.
You walk down the street, no one looks at you. No one fucking gawks over you. No one treats you special. It's being a person.
You know what? Yeah, she doesn't have to get the fat suit on to accomplish this. Just don't wash her hair one day, put maybe fake pimples on her face.
Go out, without the makeup
maybe
on.
Some awful nerdy glasses.
Baggy clothes.
And frumpy clothes. She would get the same reaction.
There you go. Same thing every day. No one will... I felt like they were just looking right through me. They are. It's life, lady. Why are they getting supermodels to do this? It's the worst contrast ever. These are the most gawked at women on the face of the earth.
Nathaniel?
I was just going to say these people can't decide whether or not, when they're in the fat suit, they get stared at or ignored. Which is it?
Yeah, what is it? Because she's saying ignored. They look right through me, or they're just staring at me, making fun.
And this fat suit was the worst of the three, by the way.
The big fake rubber chin.
This looked like a Halloween costume.
It looked like SNL makeup. Like,
they're going out of their way to make somebody look like... It's not even fat. They're making her look horrific.
Yeah.
It's like a bad Michelin man.
Just because you're overweight doesn't mean you won't comb your hair.
Yeah, it's
you
all
can still
stringy.
get your arm up there.
Stringy hair.
A couple of people try and steal a couple of glances, and I sat down at one point and tried to squeeze in between two people, and they sort of shifted away from me.
Waiting for another train, Rebecca had an encounter she never anticipated.
Some woman just came up to me and started screaming at me that I was fat. And she must have repeated it 6 times, just going, "You're fat, you're fat, you're fat," right in my face. And everyone just turned around and stared at me, and no one said anything back there, and I just stood there and took it, and it was horrible.
That's not happening.
How come they didn't have the audio of it?
Yeah, where was the audio?
She's mic'd up. You would have heard it.
You hear it kind of in the background.
Yeah.
But it's not happening like that.
How about the clip before that,
people
though?
every day. No one gives a fuck in general. They ignore them and go about their business. They're not pointing at them going, you're fat, you're fat, you're fat.
I went to sit in between two people, and it's like they shifted away, almost as if they didn't want a stranger's half of their ass on them.
Yeah.
Almost like
my big thigh fat is on your thigh, and, the guy shifted away.
Almost like they were making room for me to sit down.
Yeah. It's nothingness.
When she first visited this Midtown bar filled with an after-work crowd, the drinks came to her. But when she returned, the only thing she got were nasty looks.
It hurt my feelings, Wow. I just feel like it's really opened my eyes to what people that maybe carry a little bit extra weight go through, and the prejudices of other people, and how people judge people. I just think it's really sad.
So she learned.
You're beautiful.
Keep that in. Shut up.
She learned that guys would rather fuck attractive women than fat women.
It's good research.
Than fat, unkempt women. Wow, that's really good. She went into a bar, I guess, and guys were buying her drinks.
Yeah.
And then she in the fat suit. No one bought her a drink.
That happened?
Wow. Can you believe it?
No.
I cannot believe it.
She's upset some yuppie's not trying to get her drunk and bang her.
Yeah.
That's basically
that's pretty much what it's all about.
Are they going to release that on DVD? Because I'd love to own that.
Never see that happen.
Let's have that same scenario in nature.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's just how it is.
That's it.
The attractive ones get banged.
That's it. The ones
more
with
than the ones that aren't attractive.
Plumage.
Right.
Survival of the fittest.
Right.
If you're in a bar, you could have a girl. There's no fat suit involved. Have a girl that's just prettier than another girl, and she will get the drinks bought for her before the other girl does. It's not the fact that she's in the fat suit. It's the fact that it's a supermodel.
But your chances go up the later, the later the time gets.
Fatty will get a beer by the end of the night.
Don't you worry. You'll have people paying attention to you as well. Might have to wait till 4 in the morning.
Hey, what's your name?
But they're there.
That's what she should have done. She should have been at a bar at 9 at night. It was almost like I was invisible. And then 2 a.m. it was a totally different story.
I had guys all around me. There wasn't another girl in the place.
People at 2 a.m. are much more accepting than people at 9 p.m.
Yeah, let's do our own research. Jeez.
So was this experience a lot different than you expected it to be?
Yes, it was. I think my initial expectation was that people would stare at me more and that I wouldn't be able to walk down one city block without people gawking, but it kind of was, in a sense, the opposite, where I found people were trying to steal a glance at my body, but no one was really interested. I think I don't really realize how many people were checking me out before until it was kind of taken away, and I think I felt more invisible. I also felt that I did get some looks of disgust also from people looking at me and pulling faces and looking away, which made me feel very uncomfortable.
Sounds like people were trying to figure out whether or not she was in a fat suit, but didn't want to stare and be rude.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That sounds fine.
Of course. Mm-hmm. Of course. Where's that audio where people are laughing going, ha ha, look, she's in a fat suit.
In a fat suit.
That's a great way to gauge how much weight you need to lose. You just go to a bar as soon as it opens, and what time do people start hitting on you?
Yeah, if it's 2 a.m., 3 in the morning.
Yeah, you got a good 20,
you really
25,
gotta lose a lot of weight.
To lose, yeah. More around 11, maybe got that irritating 5, little pooch going.
That's really good, Bill.
That's so weird that that woman came up to you and just started saying you're fat. I mean, did something prompt that? Did you?
That was unbelievable. I mean, we were really looking for a good reaction for this story, and I couldn't have got a stronger reaction from somebody. I was minding my own business. To the general public, I appeared completely alone, and this woman just came up to me and just started screaming at me over and over again, "You're fat, you're fat, you're fat." And I looked around, and everybody on the subway, was staring at me, and
there was a setup
I was speechless, and I felt my cheeks go red, and I felt completely uncomfortable, and it was really heartbreaking. And everyone just sort of looked at me up and down and sort of was like, "Well, yeah, you are." I mean, no one sort of came to my rescue in a way and was like, leave her alone or anything. I felt really alone and humiliated, as if it was really, like it was real.
Well, it's not like you can argue. The woman's screaming she's fat, she is.
You are.
Yep.
Plus, most times when people start yelling at each other on the subway, you ignore it. I'm not getting involved.
Yeah, exactly. I don't feel like getting stabbed.
And something happened.
I'm just trying to go home.
Her big, phony, fat ass bumped into her. She said she was looking for a reaction. She provoked it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. She wasn't, like, just sitting in the corner and minding her own business.
You're fat. You're fat.
She was poking at... The fat chick, the fat girl, or the fat suit lady was poking at the other people on the subway. Just poking until she got a reaction.
Yeah.
But, they don't talk about what they did to make that lady react.
They put somebody in, like, a fake, my face got burned off suit and just walked around. The looks of horror that I got were was unbelievable. It was almost like it was horrifying to look at.
People were disturbed just taking a glance at me.
As human beings, we're just not understanding.
No.
We're just not. Stop with this nonsense on TV.
No.
We all gawk. We all look. Even fat people will look at other people that are fatter than them.
Nothing new here, folks.
It shows, I think, how much blatant discrimination there is against people who are overweight in this country. What about physically? Just the whole notion of trying to physically get around when you're that size. Did that strike you as something that was a big contrast to your day-to-day life?
Definitely. I mean, in the beginning of the day when I first put it on, I found it very difficult to be conscious and aware of my new size. I was walking into people, walking into things. When I first went into that restaurant, there was a very small foyer area, and there wasn't really any room for me, and people were holding their drinks, trying to get out of my way, like, ugh, you're taking up so much room. And then also sitting down on the subway was an issue. I couldn't quite fit in between people, and also when I was in the subway going through the turnstiles, I couldn't fit through, and I had to move through sideways because, I was wider, and I could just see people noticing that, and I got looks of pity, and I just felt very uncomfortable.
So we should make everything wider, I guess. Everything should accommodate a 350-pound woman's ass. Turnstiles, seats, doorways.
I say we make things smaller.
Yeah, how about that? Wouldn't people lose weight if they
put a
had
guy
to be
in a
skinny?
fat suit? That's what I want to know.
No one would care.
If you made doorways smaller, front seats of cars, driver's seats smaller, and closer to the steering wheel, and the seats on airplanes even smaller, and the seats at sporting events even smaller.
Yeah. How about, doorways, things like that, where now fat people can't even get in.
They're still tall people. I don't like this plan.
Oh, no, we're talking about wideness, not tallness. Keep it really, like a cartoon house.
Yeah, tallness,
tallness
is accepted in this society.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Don't you worry.
As long as you keep it under, 6'6".
Sweet.
Then it gets freakish.
Then it gets very freakish.
Then you start having that big, deep voice. You go, well, I was 12 years old. I had a growth spurt. I hit 7'1".
Oh, God. That's not a tall guy. That's like freak show guy.
I know that was in the 3rd grade.
I was 6'9". I had a pretty ordinary childhood up till I was 8.
And they show pictures, and he's like normal.
And then I had my growth spurt. The doctors couldn't find a problem, and later determined it was a pituitary glandular problem that by the time I was 13,
and then they show him 13 with his parents, trying to look like an ordinary picture of them with their arms around each other, smiling. It's just this towering freak show.
And he's in his Cub Scout uniform.
Yeah.
Two big mitts just hanging over.
They bought me a jump rope, and I nearly decapitated myself. I just wanted to play like the other children.
Here I trying to be normal. Here I am, in my Cub Scout uniform with the rest of the pack. And they just show him like, oh, no.
Legs coming out of the tent.
They built a special bed for me. I never felt like I belonged.
It's freak showish. Yeah, that's like the
By the
midget
time I
side
got
of
my
it.
driver's license, my head had to come through the sunroof. They said that was unacceptable.
Yeah, he drives a custom-made vehicle,
And they show they had to put the seat in my driver's seat in the back, so I can't have passengers with it.
and then driving, waving to people.
And they always
The
have,
reaction
like,
shot.
They always have like a 5'3" girlfriend too. I still love him. She's climbing all over his torso.
Well, we do get stares when we go out.
I can't get enough of that shit.
God has a sense of humor. He sure does.
Yeah, occasionally you got to throw down a freak or two to
It
entertain
looks even
everybody.
worse when they sit down and it's like their knees go all the way up at a 45 degree. Like their knees bend at like 5'2", and then just
because the chair is made for normal people.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Their knees are up by their head.
He's gonna have a kid someday.
The only bunch on my knee.
The kid falls 3 stories to his death.
I had to have special chairs made for the house just for me to sit in. Some pictures of my girl sitting in my chair. Looks kind of funny. Like Lily Tomlin.
Oh, the custom shower, the custom stand.
I had to bend over at the waist. Showering is always very difficult until I built this shower.
It's a replica of like the Sears Tower.
I had a pretty normal childhood. Here's me at my prom.
That photo. You got to take the group shot, and everyone's pissed because there's a freak in there.
And then he has the curse where he can't even play basketball.
Oh, yeah, because
they're
they
asked their
can't
whole
move.
life. Well, you must be good at basketball. Huh?
My joint problems. I've been to many specialists, and I don't have the agility to play basketball. If I could just stand there and, tend the goal and stuff it in the whole time, I might be a good player, but...
Oh, wow, that's funny. Okay, one more clip here.
On one hand, I think this is interesting. On the other hand, it's slightly patronizing to overweight people.
Right.
Probably telling them something they already know and experience on a daily basis. The fact of the matter is, I think more than ever, witness this whole series we're doing on plastic surgery and the lengths that people go to, that our society is becoming so looks oriented. So. I mean, and you go back to being a beautiful model and actress. So what do you think?
Aren't the two of them part of the problem?
Tick, tock.
They don't want to hear that sound.
Katie Couric, you are delusional. You are on the clock.
Yeah.
Tick,
they all are.
Tock, tick, tock.
The model in the fat suit.
She replaced what's her name on the Today Show because she was getting too old.
Jane Pauley.
Jane Pauley. Remember, it was all about Jane Pauley?
Yep.
Very respected, did a great job for the Today Show, but she got a little too old looking. Old looking, because that's what it is all about, especially in the career that Katie has chosen.
And the news is actually one of those showbiz type television oriented careers where they let them get a little older than a lot of other TV
they let them go to like 40.
Yeah, they let them get into their 40s and they dump them out. But old over the hill broad, get out.
Listen to this again, this part.
Lengths that people go to, that our society is becoming so looks oriented. So.
Yeah, and they're looking at you very closely lately.
Yep.
Tick, tock, tick, tock. They have some young piece of ass in the wings just waiting.
Mm-hmm. To take your job.
To take your job, because it is all about looks on TV.
And how come we're a looks-oriented society, yet you hear on the news every night about the obesity of America?
How stupid do we look to the rest of the world if they get clips of those putting people in fat suits?
Oh. Well, we talk about...
So pompous.
We love when the news does a fat story, and then they have like stock footage of all these fat people walking down the street.
But
and
just their asses or their bellies, because
they
can't get a release for their face. So it's just, we'll tell you about a new study that shows how fat this country is becoming. And it's just clips of big guts waiting at a crosswalk. Just a woman like walking down the sidewalk with one of those bizarre, you have to look at it, huge asses with the shelf on the back. And the thighs that are like fucking 3.5 feet wide.
They can recognize not even their own ass. It's just that one article of clothing that still fits.
That's me.
I wore that every day last week.
I was walking down there. That's me.
But they never come forward, so you just show fat ass, fat gut.
Are they showing my bunt on TV?
The fattening of America. Our special report. Scratching his gut.
I love that stock footage.
I mean, and you go back to being a beautiful model and actress. So what do you think is the lesson here? I mean, is there anything we can take away from this?
Yeah, it's so upsetting to me that looks are so important and how prejudiced we are in this Western society. We are so prejudiced. You look at someone and you make a decision in a heartbeat. And that's exactly what it was like, whether I was thin or whether I was fat. People just made immediate assumptions about me.
So why don't you quit being a model? Stop being a model if this really bugs you.
Yeah, it bothers them so much, but their whole life depends on that goes on.
She's made a great living off the fact that she's hot. She should just
your
shut her
career depends on this, on this whole double standard thing that you're exposing. It's your whole career.
That would have been a great follow-up question. So are you going to quit modeling now?
Yeah, you're quitting modeling, I guess?
I guess you've learned so much, right?
Well,
you've had a change of heart, right?
I've only done modeling. I'm a big, tall model. I usually have to go to the big and tall men's store.
And they just follow around with the camera.
There's only four in America.
Could I see that pair of pants and the shirt and the...
I love those exposés where they follow a freak around with a camera. Giantism, yeah. Here he is with little children. Hi, trying to show that he's a human. Shaking
you know, whether I was fat, people just made immediate assumptions about me.
And so blatantly as well.
Yeah.
You know?
Even if I was slim, people would shout at me about how I look, and when I was fat, people would shout at me about how I look, and it's unbelievable that we as human beings will yell at each other to complete strangers about our views and opinions of them. Like, I just think we should all just leave each other alone and just be happy in our own skin. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah, whatever happened to beauty is skin deep. You know, I guess that's gone by the wayside.
It never was.
No.
The beauty is skin deep bullshit.
No. Stop.
And they've judged people.
That's been a made-up term that has had no validity ever.
My heroes have been Lurch and the guy that played the Jaws character in the James Bond movies.
I was like Bull on Night Court.
I need that freakish head. That my favorite Twilight Zone episode is To Serve Man, or that big alien guy. Wasn't that Lurch too? I think it was.
that cop and police squad.
You have something on the side of your face.
Big guy.
Other side.
Tall guy.
Wow. Well, the reality is we got to stop going against nature. This is just what happens in nature. But we're supposed to be better than this as humans, I guess.
Yeah, people always assume we're better than nature.
We're just not. It's all about... It's what happens in nature.
We're not better than nature. We haven't overcome that yet. We haven't reached that point where in a science fiction movie we'd all be in this perfect utopian society. We're not there yet.
No,
it's never going to happen either.
No, and it's not.
No, you look at animals. The animals they fuck the females. They fuck the strongest male.
Yeah, that's it.
So even they're doing it.
Yeah. They got to duke it out, sometimes to the death, before they get to have sex with the female, just because then you know the strongest ones.
Yeah, whoever's the toughest one in the little pride there gets all the ass.
There you go.
We're attempting to go against nature. We're not going to win that battle in the end.
Oh, we like that.
Silly gooses.
Still make fun.
Hey, you guys want to say hi to
the different things?
Let's say hi to someone who's listening for the first time. Lee in Michigan.
Hey.
Lee.
Hey.
Hi, Lee. You found our show today?
Yeah. Hold on. I'm on Opie and Anthony. Hold on.
Oh. And how did you find us?
My hubby, he's a trucker. He listens to you guys all the time, and y'all started being on DirecTV, so...
This DirecTV is going to be huge for us.
Oh, so now you turn us on DirecTV and get to listen?
Yeah, and this was the first time I listened to you, just in time for the Donna thing.
Oh, you heard the Donna thing.
Oh, yeah.
That doesn't usually attract many female listeners, that type of material.
Did you like it?
It was interesting. I haven't eaten yet.
Oh, good thing.
Very good, very good.
Good thing. That's an appetizer.
Yes. Well, do you like what you hear so far?
Yeah, it was really interesting. I thought he was joking about half of those stories, but then I heard it and I'm like, oh, my God.
Yeah, no, it's boy, you've missed so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I understand.
I have to get you up to speed.
We're going to be doing a huge end-of-the-year special. It's going to be the best bits since coming to satellite radio. It's going to be, I think, the last 2 weeks of the year. On the weekends, we're going to run it twice, and I think you should listen to that.
Okay, well, I guess I will then.
Are you a stay-at-home mom kind of thing or something?
Well, I'm a stay-at-home wife, not a
mom?
With our exes.
You just hang out? Oh, you just hang out?
Do you ever go on the road with your trucker husband?
I've done that a few times, yeah. Not
Does he bang in the back of that cab there?
Yeah, it's interesting, yeah.
How many rest areas have you gotten tagged in?
A couple.
You sound really hot.
Oh, well, thanks.
How much you weigh?
I don't know.
Oh boy.
You're fat.
Are you?
I'm not fat. Jeez.
All right. How tall are you?
I'm 5'6".
5'6". How old are you?
I'm 40.
How many kids? 3. And give us a ballpark figure how much you weigh.
I'm gonna guess I probably around 150.
All right.
5'6", 150.
That's 170.
Wait. No, the chart's got to be changed for Michigan, though.
Oh, well, gee, thanks a lot.
She lives in Michigan.
See, all women lie about their weight. We've learned this over the years. So you're 5'6", 150. That means, let's be honest, you're 160?
I don't know. I don't weigh every day.
Opie, it's her first day with us.
I just want to get an idea.
Well,
by the way, Opie's the mean one.
Is he? Okay.
Yeah, in case you haven't noticed. Fill you in before she just hangs up the phone and doesn't listen to us anymore.
I'm also a very nice guy.
Okay.
All right, let him prove it right now. I'll keep my mouth shut with my good cop act, and we'll just let Opie go.
The average girl lies about their weight, right? Is that true?
Oh, probably so, yeah. I think so.
And how much do they lie, you think? Maybe 10 pounds, 15 pounds?
I think a lot of people lie by about 20.
Oh, really?
So you're...
But I do know that whenever they put it on there, the people at the doctor's office always assume I weigh 150, so that makes me feel good, and they should know. So there you go.
Yeah, but now we're getting.
What do they work at a carnival?
Now we're getting to know each other. You're 5'6". Be honest. How much you weigh?
Around there. A little bit more, yes.
170. 170.
It's maybe a little closer to 170 than it is 150.
But it's muscle.
Oh, really? It's a new listener.
I'm just proving the fact
She's just tuned in today.
I'm just proving the fact that we should not go against nature. We don't have that much time to talk.
If she was hot now, we would be talking to her for a longer period of time.
If she was hot, we would tell Ron and Fez to take the day off. We would still be on the air after 11.
I don't.
Here's a guy, Jabe, from Jabe? Jabe?
That's right, boys. 6'11".
6'11".
Wow.
Yes, sir. And I'm going to let you know, I don't appreciate you guys putting down my type.
Well, are you just a tall guy, or are you one of those wacky, big-headed...
No, I play rugby, and I'm pretty athletic. 6'11", 280, and I can get myself around. But I just want to let you know, I just started listening.
How many strides before you walk a mile?
3.
I just started listening to your show, and I tell you, you guys got a hell of a show here.
Thank you, Jabe.
But I want to know, I'll tell you right now, what sold me, though, last night I was listening to the repeat, and I was driving across Arizona here, and the sun was setting in my rear, and your intro came in, and I felt like a true fucking pioneer, boys.
Oh, right. Imagine that, driving across the open land like that with the sun and...
Can I tell you one drunk driving story? Y'all were on it yesterday.
Oh, sure. Go ahead.
Being 6'11" and stuff like that, and of course I have to drive a small car. And I was down there in Norfolk, Virginia, and I, for whatever reason, had on this blue leisure suit that was about 3 inches too short for me, and walked out of the bar and stumbled in front of the police. And got in my car, and of course my mind was saying, do not start this fucking car up.
Right.
But of course, like a dumbass, I start my car up, and I drive, and the cops get directly behind me. I mean, I did everything perfect, like you were saying. The more drunk you get, the better you drive. And of course, that damn cop pulled me over, and he didn't get me, but they were just laughing so hard. He said,
oh, shit.
what's that?
What's that?
I was drunk as shit, but he didn't take me in because he said that there's no way he could take me in with that suit in, that I'd get eaten up alive in that jail. Well, look, boys, I enjoy listening to your show. Y'all have a good day. I'm punching out.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
Hey, and be nice to us tall people.
We love tall people.
All right, man.
Oh, hey, sir. All right.
What's that?
We're talking more about the voice, by the way. We don't have a problem with tall people. We're talking about the ones that just, their growth is completely out of control. They just showed, midgets. What was that guy's name? Wadlow or something like that? Robert Pershing. What was his name? Robert Pershing Wadlow. That's right.
Yeah.
He was the world's tallest man for a while. I think he stood 8'11". And
8'11".
And we just found a picture of him online with his brother, standing next to his brother in 1936.
Here's me and my brother in 1936.
Yeah.
Kill your parents.
He's half the size of him.
He's taller than the chandelier in the room.
Yeah. He was like 8'1". He wasn't 8'11". Really?
What, that guy?
I don't know.
I think
Does someone know what his height was?
You know, Bill?
I used to read the Guinness Book of World Records, and that fucking creep.
8'11". I just got it.
Was it really?
Yes. Because I also read Guinness Book of World Records every year. It was my favorite book to read.
I wasn't saying you were an
up.
asshole. I was just saying, is it really?
Do you really read that book?
Well, you look at the pictures.
You just kind of peruse it.
Even the Guinness Book of World Records copped out recently. They're now PC. They don't have as many of the freakish pictures in there anymore.
Yeah, like most.
It used to be all about the freak.
Yeah, freaks.
The freakazoid.
That's what you wanted to see.
Now it's like dumb stuff like this guy ate the most bananas ever.
They still got the fat twins on the motor scooters.
I don't know if they still have that one.
I haven't
read it.
The Siamese twins. Remember the Siamese twins with the
Chang and Yang?
Yeah, but they had like a vested suit.
Yeah,
was
connected
like
by
together.
the chest. And apparently they were connected by just a little piece of skin.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't even a big deal. They could have separated them.
Something a scissor could have taken care of.
Yeah, scissor. And they would make their clothes to make it look like they were connected by a lot more to sell the freak show.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of thing. They weren't that bad. Not like those two sisters connected at the head. What was that on? Was that on Maury?
My favorite Siamese twins.
You want to be a country singer, don't you?
They've been all over the talk show circuit.
Yeah, they've done everything.
The one lives her life on a gurney because she can't really walk.
The position they ended up in, one's got to be on a gurney that's rolled around, and the other one can walk. Because they're connected by the head, but in a weird, twisted way. Like one girl's eye is stuck in between where their heads are connected. So there's like this fish eye kind of hanging out there. They dye their hair different color because they want to be individual, but they share one like head of hair.
They're connected by the head, and they've never seen each other in the eye.
No.
Amazing.
And one of them wanted to be
Those
a country
arguments
singer.
must be hilarious. They're both staring at a different point on the wall.
I want to go this way. They argue about, I want to go this way.
Dude, one loves to shop, and one wants to be a country western singer.
We put one in a fat suit to see how they were treated.
So the one does country western gigs, and the other sister has to go along for the ride.
Has to sit there on the stage.
And has to sit there on the stage while the other one is trying to get this career going.
Meow, 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 meow.
You guys have a lot of trucker fans. I've realized that.
Bill.
I heard you guys. I was driving across Georgia.
We got to give mad respect to the truckers. They're keeping the satellite radio thing going big time. It has grown to this point because of the truckers out there, and we acknowledge that. And now everyone else coming on board. But the truckers were onto the satellite radio years ago.
You ever do the long-distance drive across country?
Yes, I did.
Pain in the ass without satellite.
Did it in 3 days.
Really? Yeah. That's nice. With a friend, I guess, on and off? Alone?
Yeah.
You fleeing? What were you doing? That you got a gig, right? Had to be there.
No, I was moving from L.A. back to New York.
Oh.
And it's just like I had done all the gigs in between, so I'd seen the country. So there was really no reason to see it again. Yeah, so I just kind of flew through it.
And it's a pain in the ass.
90 the whole way, and I didn't get pulled over and got a ticket going across the George Washington Bridge.
Almost made it.
Little irony there.
That's a pain in the ass, though. You're always trying to change the station. And then right when a good song comes on or something you want to hear, that's when the station starts petering out on you. These truckers know. Satellite?
Sorry.
Bam. Same thing. You can listen to O&A the whole way across.
Okay.
You're just going to town with that cereal over there.
My blood sugar started dropping. I just got to get some food in me.
Is that what the smell of homeless ass does to your body?
We're about ready to give away the first pair of concert tickets since coming to XM Satellite Radio.
Over a year later, and we're finally giving away our first pair of concert tickets. I love this. Who doesn't love Jägermeister, and Disturbed, and Corrosion of Conformity. Going to give you all three. Jägermeister Music Tour, featuring Disturbed with special guest Corrosion of Conformity. And it's an opportunity to win custom tour prizes from Schecter, Coffin Case, and Peavey. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster outlets or online at Ticketmaster.com. Or you could just go to the website. It's JägermeisterMusicTour.com. Figure out how to spell Jägermeister, people. JägermeisterMusicTour.com. Or go to Disturbed1.com. And that's the number 1, not spelling 1. Disturbed1.com. Brought to you by Jägermeister Liqueur. 35% alcohol by volume. How about that? And you got to be at least 21 to receive prizes. Prizes where permitted by law. And then if you're in the Cleveland area and want to see Disturbed at the House of Blues tonight, call in to win a pair of VIP tickets and meet Disturbed. That's right now? Is that what we're doing right now? It's a call-in contest?
Yeah, but you got to be in the Cleveland area.
Only people in the Cleveland area. I guess they're going to ask you some kind of Cleveland question, maybe.
We'll figure it out.
Have you ever been to the House of Blues? No. You must be from Cleveland. Who the hell would go there? See, that's the whole thing. You ever been to the... You don't get it? You ever been to the Empire State Building, Opie? Top? Statue of Liberty?
I think it would have made sense if you said Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Oh, what did I say?
House of Blues.
Awful. See, because it's House of Blues. All right, hold on. That's for getting it wrong. House of Blues instead of Hall of Fame. Hold on. That's for sucking in the first place now. This is for explaining it like I said the right thing but said the wrong thing. And that's just because I'm a fucking asshole.
That was
Jesus.
a Chips accident.
Oh, God, did I fuck that up so bad. I wish it was me that was eating the cereal and you that was reading this.
Well... I was in the words.
Well, thank God you picked up on it.
I was a little scared, to be honest with you.
I was scared.
Like Jimmy Norton, I was a little scared. I didn't think I could get through that.
Because I said House of Blues.
There were a lot of big words in that one. I didn't know I could. I didn't think I could handle.
Roll Hall of Fame.
But no one's gonna remember, Ant, because you came up with the new character, the giant voice guy,
who apparently I'm getting crucified because it sounds too much like Imus. And I'm like, okay, Anthony, it sounds like Imus. Yeah, because it's me doing both, and it's a deep voice.
I'm trying to get more of a hollow feel to the big tall guy instead of the Iman. But it's got to be a hollow, big-headed thing. I was
how about with the
born in 1961, and here's me at junior high, and this is where my growth spurt first started.
There you go.
Here's me in the class photo. Yeah, it's my 6th grade photo. They put me in the back. They did the size order thing, and I still had to crouch. The ceilings are low in elementary school.
That could be my new favorite thing. All right. Can we break now?
Yes. Please.
All right.
House of Blues.
And now, another holiday reading from Charles Dickens' immortal classic, A Christmas Carol. When Scrooge awoke, it was so dark that looking out of bed he could see meddling carolers every bloody year. Bah, humbug. Ramon, fetch the nail gun.
Smack my bitch up.
You're checking out a Drew Boogie remix, excuse me. Drew Boogie will be spinning for us, what? Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving. The return of Drew Boogie. He does some great things for us.
What are you doing for Thanksgiving? Family stuff? What you do now? Or are you at the portion of the relationship where you're now maybe doing the back and forth the Thanksgiving thing?
Split the holidays?
Split them up?
Yeah, we're doing the...
You're at the split holiday?
The old split the holidays
thing. The old
thing.
split the holiday thing.
Yes.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So I think, I don't know, I think I'll go to one of my brother's houses for Thanksgiving.
Do that?
One brother bailed yesterday, so now we got to figure out who's going to do it this year.
Oh.
And then I looked around my apartment and went, nah.
You are not the go-to guy for the Thanksgiving family.
Unless you could cater it. It ain't happening.
And have a big table brought in?
It ain't happening. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But, yeah, Thanksgiving. Woohoo!
Yeah. That's a
Can we just invent new holidays? The old ones are getting a little boring at this
boring.
At this point. Should just have every year just a new holiday. What's this?
Wow.
Nope. From that,
oh, where are you?
Holy.
There you are.
From that,
where are you?
There we go.
I'm sorry.
It's from the Pro Anorexic site.
Okay.
Yeah, we were talking about this. I guess it was on a talk show. They gave it a little press.
Yeah. Some girl from that show that we never heard of. She became anorexic. She learned how to do it by going to pro anorexic websites to get support from other people.
Yeah.
And these are some of the threads here. Here's one. Need support. You guys, I am like so hungry. I'm about to give in to bingy. I collapsed this morning before my P's notice. I guess that's her parents. I need help. Lunch is next period. I'm so tempted to hit the vending machine. Can anyone help me?
You sound sick. Maybe there's a pie cooling by the window. There are some of the listeners now have gotten involved in what happened.
Well, this is the point
here.
we're getting into. The pests have...
Oh, I get it. You should cut your belly up. That way you won't gain any weight.
Yeah, the pests have invaded this website that is trying to do good out there.
Yeah. This is hilarious. Yeah, look at this. I'm really asking if you would please leave us alone. Your crude jokes and just plain hatred is not very nice. We are supporting each other here. It's nothing to do with personal publicity. It's just us. Please don't destroy it.
I never thought my life as interesting, but I care a great deal about this community and all the people here. Please don't destroy it. Please, with a lot of hope, Stella.
Here's a topic. Is anyone here as skinny as Wendy Torrance? When do you think maybe we should vomit in our shoes?
And then someone who's just saying the stupidest stuff. They won't stop until a radio show acknowledges them, and then it will only get worse as new people jump on, hoping they'll get a mention. It will stop sooner or later, though. Good luck, Stella.
Some of these pests are really, really nasty.
Oh, my God. There's pages and pages of the pests just taking over this message board.
Lil Connor is involved in posting.
All right, we got to go through this and get the good ones. How about we do that?
Some people are awful at post. Like, some people are really funny.
Yeah, how about...
like, funny things.
How about someone goes through this and highlights the better ones instead of giving us a stack of 100?
Yeah, not telling what it is. I thought this was more of, like...
Actual posts, right? No,
yeah.
This is the work of the pests. They have
Some guy goes, I was with this guy named Ben. He had a huge hog. He liked my thin body.
Let's go to Brett in Seattle. Brett.
Hey, guys.
Hey, Brett.
Hey, on the news the other day, they were publishing or talking about a website called sexyanorexic.com. You guys got to check it out. It's the most fucking disgusting thing in the world.
Well, what's it all about?
It's hot, if you want to call it that, pictures of
anorexic girls,
60-pound chicks.
Sexyanorexic.com. Can you get that up real fast, Anthony?
Yes.
Punch it out, guys.
All right, thank you.
Sexy. Like I can spell. Anorexia. Sexy anorexia?
Anorexic.
Oh, anorexic.
Oh, look at this.
Anoxeric, I think. Good boy, Bill.
The pests actually got all the skinny girls to stop posting, and there was only one left. And she's just like, great, you guys can have fun hurling your fucking insults all around you want. Until you've brought your fat asses some solace. Enjoy those Twinkies. She's trashing them for eating.
If you love sexy, bone-revealing, long, thin-limbed, super slender, hollow silhouettes, bony, flat-chested, ultra-thin female forms, this is the site for you.
Jesus.
Discover the bounty of super skinny beauty waiting for you inside Sexy Anorexic. These girls are so shockingly thin, your eyes won't believe it. Or you won't believe your eyes. Subscribe? You got to subscribe?
Yeah, but they got to have.
Can I get a free sample?
Where are the free samples?
Come on, even the porno sites give you a little freebie.
Got to give us a little something.
Warning: this site contains blah blah blah. Enter. I agree. I'm a sick fuck that wants to see. Yeah.
Oh my God!
And here come the free samples.
Ah!
Holy!
Oh, chicks, hot! Wow! Look at that. Wow. Oh, the spine is coming through.
Oh, my God, this is not right. They got something for everyone on the
she's topless.
internet.
Damn it.
I can't even describe that picture. Just go there when you get home.
See kind of
Stegosaurus.
What the hell, man? Keep going down.
I wasn't even able to find any real good free samples.
Why? Look, we got a whole gallery over here.
Yeah, but I can't find anything on the web.
He's a member. He got right in.
I entered. I clicked. I entered.
They got videos and everything.
Oh, I see. This scrolls.
Yeah, that scrolls, and they just love showing the fact that you could see.
Oh, she got a fat ass.
Entire spine.
Oh.
Oh
yeah.
My God.
They love their ribs showing. They're topless.
Steve,
they have.
You want hits on your websites tonight?
That's a corpse.
This link will be up on opieandanthony.com and foundrymusic.com later on today.
That looks like the chest of that thing that started breathing in the bed in 7, unexpectedly. That skinny and emaciated.
We got to say hi to one of our pests from whackbag.com. It's Big Dick McGee.
What's up, boy?
What's up, boy? Top of the morning to you.
What's up?
That board that Bill gave out the other day ended up turning into a whole board war between us and Stern fans. We took over the whole board, ran the girls off. By the time it was all said and done, the Stern fans were gone.
That's not much of a battle, though.
It was just a train wreck. By the
Our
time
pests are so much bigger than what he's got going on.
There was one girl left on there named Wafer.
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 That's a good name on the
anorexic board. Trying to start up
board.
conversations, and she just kept getting trashed. We were trying to get her to send nude pics, anything.
Yeah.
And she just would not get off the board. But
Yeah.
it was great. So how does Bill feel that he started post-war 3?
I
feel great.
Disgusting.
Yeah, way to go, Bill. Way
Yeah.
to go, Bill Burr. All right.
Out, boys.
Thank you. Got to be nice to the pests.
How are they alive?
I don't know.
I don't understand how girls like this are even alive. How does your body just not stop functioning?
She's in a thong.
A thong, yeah, that's sexy. You see all the pelvis, but like every single bone is visible.
We're really good at describing stuff in the show, I think.
These girls should
this is, you got to see it for yourself.
Just go there.
These girls should stand next to like Evel Knievel so he can sit there and point. Okay, I broke this one when I tried to jump.
Right. The best I could do, they just showed one girl nude on all fours. She looked like a greyhound.
Yeah, very good.
That's
a greyhound.
That's the look. Tell me that doesn't look like a greyhound. Seriously,
one of those starving greyhounds.
Yeah, the
right
abused
there.
one that you
the
adopt.
abused ones at the track.
Right. It looks like a greyhound.
Not even a well-fed greyhound, which looked like.
Someone find that picture and Photoshop it later on whackbag.com. She looks like a greyhound.
It's xylophone with nipples. That's what these girls are.
All right.
Go there. Sexyanorexic.com. That's your.
Who the hell would be
website
into
for the
that
day.
shit? Are you like a
Pretty
guard during
fetish
some
guys.
sort of genocide?
Yeah.
You know, they're getting a little fetish for?
Space Hitler. Dig
Space
chicks like that.
Hitler.
Dig chicks like that.
We're working on it. Janet in Ohio. Janet.
Hi.
Hi, Janet.
Love your show. I'm glad you are on DirecTV. I've been trying to listen to you guys, and I have XM in my truck.
Yeah.
But my husband drives truck for a tanker company, and he listens to it all the time, and he then turned me on to you about a couple months ago, so I can
This
only
is
listen
going to
to
get
it
us
a
the
couple
girls.
times.
Yeah,
this is going to the DirecTV. This is
Yeah.
where we're going to get our female listeners from,
I
because they're the
love
ones that are home. Maybe with the kids, you want to share something with the children. This show is perfect for that, ladies. If you want to tune in and listen,
because the guys are hogging up all the XM units.
Right.
They get one per family, basically.
In the vehicle.
And it's the guys' thing. But now with us on DirecTV, the listeners, the women listeners could take a listen, take a peek at what's going on.
I love doing it because I can clean the house and listen to you guys and about piss my pants every day.
Oh, thank you, Janet. We appreciate that.
You have a good one. Touching out.
Spread the word about Opie and Anthony, the ONA virus spreading across America. Thanks to XM Satellite Radio and this DirecTV. It's just huge. It's huge for us. All right. You want to get to a couple other things before we get out of here?
Sure.
Okay. Pam Anderson has new cock. Pam Anderson is getting some sugar.
What?
From former Sugar Ray frontman Mark McGrath. After spending a year hooking up with actor Stephen Dorff.
Aren't there reports that she has, like, hep?
Yes.
Who's fucking this one? Who? I don't care what she looks like. If she comes up to you and says, hey, you want to have sex? No.
That's how hot.
No.
That's how hot she is, that the hep is not even keeping them
Not even an issue?
Not even an issue keeping them away.
I think if she had AIDS, people would still just be, like, fucking her.
They'd actually wear a condom.
Who cares? Yeah, condom. Slipped off.
Well, now she's with Mark McGrath after spending a year hooking up with actor Stephen Dorff.
Mark McGrath.
Mark McGrath. She also hooked up with Tommy Lee in the past year.
Times.
Kelly Slater. And a male model, the boobalicious Baywatch babe, has shacked up with McGrath, now an anchor on Extra. The two spent the weekend at Anderson's Malibu home, leaving only to go food shopping. Now, if you're Mark McGrath, this sounds great to have your name associated with Pam Anderson on page 6 of the New York Post, right?
Yep.
But the Post just fucked him over with the last sentence. But don't expect this to last too long. We hear McGrath doesn't hold a candle to legendarily endowed Lee.
Well, who does? Who could?
They're hinting that he's got a small pee-pee, though.
But no, they're hinting that he can't hold a candle to Tommy Lee, but Tommy Lee's got a Louisville Slugger.
No, they're hinting that he's hung like an acorn.
Really?
I do believe, yes.
I don't know why I was sitting here trying to defend Mark McGrath's cock. The second I realized it, I just gave up. Okay, you're right.
Because
no, Mark McGrath's got a huge cock.
Because if he's in the ballpark,
I have all his hits on my iPod.
Because if he's in the ballpark, then you're going to leave him alone, is what I'm thinking. You know? They're hinting that he has a tiny penis.
Well, where would they hear that from?
Yeah, where would they hear that
from?
They
just know. Those page 6 people just know all. They know all. All right, and then...
that was an unacceptable response.
They just know all. They don't question it.
They just make shit up.
They know something on you. They're just waiting to print it.
They're waiting for me to be actually known for doing something.
Oh, but they already got...
opposed to my pathetic career.
They already got you researched, Bill. More on fans on notice. This is another big story today, and I'm kind of bummed about this myself. Run onto the field at Yankee Stadium, and you'll get more than a Bronx cheer. You could wind up doing a year at Rikers. No way, right?
No.
For running on the field, being drunk, a year at Rikers? The city council yesterday passed a new law that raises both the fines and jail time for obnoxious sports fanatics who interfere with players or throw things onto the field. Don't clean up our sports, please.
Pelting certain teams is part of the game.
Don't clean up our sports, too, please. Because the whole steroid thing is taking effect now, too. What is it, a 50-game suspension if you test positive for steroids?
50 first time, 100 games the second time, third time, you're out. Haha, look, it's a little baseball.
Don't you want your athletes on steroids?
Yeah, it makes the games more exciting. Makes the record when they're chasing those records, it makes it very exciting.
Why do we care if our athletes are all roided up?
Because it ruins the purity of the game.
Ugh. They've been doing it since the beginning of baseball.
What's the thing? You think Mickey Mantle and all those drunks back then, if steroids were around, they wouldn't have done it? Babe Ruth eating hot dogs. You think that guy, he didn't like doing sit-ups right there.
Right.
Of course they would.
Hey, we shoot this in your fat ass, babe.
Babe, you'll
hit 1,400 home runs. All right.
I want to see bigger, stronger athletes. I don't want to see that finesse crap. I want to see homers that just don't even touch the stadium on their way out.
Yeah.
I just want to see monsters playing our sports.
Those monstrous
Why should we care?
Exactly. That's what we want to say.
There's a comedian that made a great point. You know, they're not trying to take the drugs out of rock and roll.
Mm-hmm.
All these guys made their best music completely fucked up, right?
Yeah.
Aerosmith's a classic example.
Yeah, but they're not trying to clean up the rock world.
It's an example for the children.
Yeah, but there's a lot of children out there that also want to be rock stars.
It's a bad thing.
And the Aerosmith example is great. As soon as they got off drugs the first time, their stuff was horrendous.
Yeah, but baseball's
Love in an elevator.
Baseball's like ABC Family. though. You know, it's a very wholesome, very family-oriented thing. Take the kids to. That's why they want to clean this up. They're saying there's drunk jerks that are ruining a family entertainment. You go to a ball game, and you have to have the drunk guy behind you, in front of you, whatever.
Sometimes it's the most entertaining thing at the game.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
And he's throwing his beer.
When you see some ass just running on the field, doesn't know where to even run to, that is family entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
Security used to, when they chase you, they used to kind of be laughing.
Oh, yeah.
But then, you know.
And the commentators or whatever, the announcers would play along. Now it's like, don't show it, don't mention it.
Yep.
Oh, they don't want to give anyone the right idea.
You know, you try to have a good time, and it just takes a couple of guys to they go into that whole...
We have a rule here not to show this, so it's not to encourage anybody else to get this.
I saw that happen at a Yankee game this year, right? And they're trying not to show the dude.
Yeah.
And they panned to the players on the bench, and they were all laughing and pointing at the guy.
They're having a good fucking time. How about letting the viewers see it?
Here's the thing, though. You think, what about the two father and son that attacked that first base coach? Like, that's a little out of line.
That's assault.
Right.
That's something completely different. If you're, let's say you're in the stands, right? You're hanging out. You got like friggin' dugout seats. You're watching, great seats. All of a sudden, somebody with a beach ball or whatever knocks it at you. It hits you in the head. You hit it. It goes onto the field. You're under arrest, my friend. You are under arrest.
Like the Brett Favre thing. I mean, that was funny. The guy that took the ball from Brett Favre. That was funny.
You need to keep that in sports. And I would just start a new law that's called All Bets Are Off. So it's all bets are off.
Are you sponsoring this bill?
Yeah, all bets are off.
All bets are off.
So as a drunk fan, if you hit the field, all bets are off. They're allowed to do whatever the hell they want to.
What, like pummel you, beat the shit out of you, whatever?
Fuck yeah.
I don't know.
Make it fair for everybody.
Yeah, like I thought Sheffield should have been able to just blast that guy right in the face. That guy up in Boston?
Yeah.
That took a swipe at him?
Of course.
Yeah. Should have drilled him and then thrown the ball in the infield and just leave that guy unconscious in his seat and just continue on with the game.
But this is all going away. I used to love growing up seeing like the hockey team go into the stands and just start beating the shit out of the fans.
Yeah.
What's the legendary? Milbury,
Mike
right?
Milbury, yeah.
Now the GM of the Islanders. His fight is just... I want to see more of that. You know the story, right?
That away.
He just climbs over the glass and just goes after fans.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that clip.
It's an amazing clip.
Mm-hmm. Somebody took somebody's stick on the Bruins and hit him with it.
Yep.
And then two of the Bruins went up in there, and Milbury, I guess, was already in the dressing room and ran out. Legendary thing was this guy was kicking him, and he took the guy's loafer off and started beating
him with his own shoe, yeah.
Oh, it's great. It's great. And I want to be able to run on the field when my favorite sports team wins a championship.
That used to happen all the time. Now, forget it.
You should be allowed to destroy the... You should be allowed to do all that.
Why?
Yeah, why?
That's a little much.
It's fun to watch, but why should you be allowed to do it?
You're drunk. Again, like you get really into it, like this is fucking
somewhere
cool.
Between soccer hooligan and maybe throwing a wrapper and the wind carrying it onto the field and going to jail. There should be some,
I tell the
gray
story
area in there.
when I was working in Buffalo Radio. I went to a lot of Bills games, and they won the AFC, championship. And they ripped down the goalposts. They had like a bunch of animals just on the goalposts. It finally went down. And then it was the most unbelievable thing I've ever seen. I would love to see video of this again. They actually were able to take the goalpost as a group of people, like a few hundred people, and carry it to the top of the stadium as one group and throw it over the top. And then later on, as you're driving home, I remember seeing a piece of the goalpost still, which was pretty big, at least maybe, 25-foot section, let's say, okay? Walking down the highway with still like 10 people holding on to this thing. And basically it was like the last person. Yeah, basically it was the last person that still held the thing. It was theirs, right? And then the following year, all the local bars around the stadium up there had pieces of this goalpost on display proudly. But it was so amazing to watch him, first of all, knock it down and then carry it up to the top of the stadium and just hoist it.
Yeah, those are the old days.
And then hoist it over the top.
One time, a Patriots game, they took the goalpost down. They carried it out of the stadium, a bunch of drunks, and they hit a high wire and they got electrocuted.
Well, that's the all bets are off part.
An electrical wire. High wire.
Oh, is that fantastic?
Yeah, there was psychos up. They actually banned Monday Night Football from New England for like 20 years. We couldn't have any games because we were such maniacs.
Yeah, well,
I love it.
With this new thing, fans who throw stuff on the field or court could be convicted of a Class A misdemeanor with a maximum of $1,000 in criminal fines or 1 year in jail. They could also get hit with $25,000 in civil fines. The law would cover all sports facilities that house more than 5,000 fans, Yankee and Shea Stadiums, Madison Square Garden, and the U.S. Open Tennis Center in Flushing Meadows. That means they can finally arrest Spike Lee, I guess.
Oh, right.
He's always running
You could go to a
court.
game, get a little out of control, and potentially end up getting raped in Rikers Island later on.
Yeah.
There you go.
Just because you had one too many beers. It's not fair.
If that was a movie, I wouldn't believe it.
Right. Just let them dance in the end zone. Let them autograph the footballs after they score and throw it into the stand. I love all that shit.
You're not even drinking. You're eating a hot dog, and the napkin gets caught in a gust of wind. Blows out of your hand onto the field. Oh,
Next thing you know, you're face
ass
down.
sex.
Next thing you know, ass sex. In a holding cell.
Right. What happened?
One moment. One moment you're eating a hot dog, the next you're taking one in the ass.
Ow!
Without the mustard.
How frantic is that call from the jail?
Dude, you got to get down here quick.
I'm going to sit here and pretend like you're still talking to me. Drive! Sir, you have to wrap it up. I'm just giving him directions.
Well, that's pretty much what's going on today, I guess. We want to get into the sneaker thing, but...
The what?
A bunch of people I don't hang out with were online for days to get the new Nike sneakers.
What do you mean by people you don't hang out with?
Well, just in general. I wouldn't hang out with anyone that would hang out on a line for a day or two to get
anything.
Now
say
thank
anything.
You, to get anything, you're right.
There are people, anytime something
Do you
has
ever
a lot
wait
of
on a line
hype.
to get anything?
Never.
Like concert tickets to see your favorite band?
No. Dude, I'm camping out. I'm going to get ticket. No.
Never, right?
No.
It's not worth it.
No, not at all.
I love the people that, let's say, wait for the latest Harry Potter book.
Yeah.
And they're online all day to be one of the first people to get the book. Even though you could get a good night's sleep and be there in the morning and get the book and start reading it. Like, I never understood that.
Or if you just waited 5 days, that opening rush of idiots would be gone. You just waltz in and buy it.
That's what I do with the movies. New movies, when they come out, I wait.
Dad.
I wait at least 2 weeks.
Here's what I do. Amazon.com. And what do I need? Video game or book, software, anything. It gets delivered to my house. I never got to leave.
Right.
I don't have to crack my garage door.
You got the Harry Potter thing?
Yeah. You really are Howard Hughes, aren't you?
I love when things get delivered to my house. It's like Christmas all the time. It's like, drugstore.com. Here they are. There's everything I need. Every little toiletry, whatever I need, drugstore.com. Oh, it's Peapod. Peapod's here with my groceries. Here they are. Everything's delivered. Here's Amazon. Oh, I got my DVDs.
It's a call girl to join me and my chef.
There's nothing going on with the chef.
Bill, at first I thought you were crazy, but yes, I'm with you. There's something going on.
No way.
There's
no way.
going on in
There's no
greatness.
way at some point you haven't even thought about her as you rub one out. There's no
Never.
way. You're a man. She's in your house.
I am going
has
to
a
be
baganga.
so honest with everybody in the world today by saying there was nothing in my head, never any fantasy, nothing going on like that.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
All right, listen, people want to know this story.
Chicken.
Let me just pop this story out real fast. Foot race to buy valuable Nikes. They were waiting online for Nikes. Some 200 sneakerheads. That was in quotes.
Is that what they're calling them these days?
Sneakerheads. Well.
Why is there always the underlying racism on the show?
Because there has to be.
I don't understand it.
Because if you want the opposite, go to WLIB.
That's right.
Is that station still on? I used to listen to that. Wow, were they angry.
I don't even know what that is.
We talk like Americans talk. What?
You know, it's because you're appealing to your trucker audience.
That's right.
What you're doing.
Because they keep this satellite radio thing alive.
All right, we'll say it. It was all black people online.
No, there's some...
all African American.
There were some chinky chews, too. Some... What?
What did you say there? What? Hawk, say it into a mic.
I said it was like Pokemon, Chinky Chew. Some 200 sneakerheads hoofed it over to Midtown for last night's release of some limited edition Nikes. Design student Dominique Thomas, 21 of Colorado, who showed up Monday so he could be first online, plunked down $130 for a pair of brown This Day in History Dunks. That's the name of the sneaker. This was totally worth the wait, especially being in New York, he said. It's the shoe capital of the U.S. But not all were buying shoes for their own feet. It's basically like a job, said Chris Gomez, 23 of the Bronx, who once reaped $2,000 by selling a pair of LeBron James edition shoes online.
Gomez. He sells them online?
Yeah.
Buys them and then sells them online?
I guess it was a limited edition sneaker, so it was a big deal. So
Limited edition!
So people went in there to buy them, and then they're going to turn around and sell them. I don't think they'll ever wear them.
Mm-hmm.
Can't wear these type of sneakers, because as soon as you scuff them up, they're useless.
Everything,
worthless,
everything limited edition now
I've
goes
seen
on eBay.
somebody, one of those MTV cribs.
Yeah.
Took his brand new sneakers out of the box and licked the sole, trying to show that they never wore them.
Never wear
them.
them.
You think maybe somebody tried them out in the store?
Bill,
around?
Perhaps.
Ray's trying to help you out. Ray, Virginia, go.
Hey, I'm waiting online to get Bill Burr tickets to the D.C. Improv in March.
Hurry. All right, and Bill's going to be Rascals, Montclair, New Jersey, Thanksgiving weekend.
Yes.
I got it in.
Thanks.
That's it. I'm out of here.